Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome to a brand new game on the channel. This is RoadCraft. Now, RoadCraft released today, midnight last night, if you want to be specific. This is a game we've been looking at for a little while. Shooter Gamer was one of the people that suggested it to us. So it's been on our radar for a little while now, and today is release day. We're going to have a look at what it has to offer, see how we get on. Hopefully we enjoy it as much as we have done SnowRunner, and go from there. What I was thinking, obviously we've still got a lot more to do in Shadows. Also, for those that aren't aware, just to add to our growing list of things we're trying to do, the Star Wars Outlaws game that we've done, and we did the first DLC. The second DLC is now released, and at some point we need to find time to do that as well. It all happens at once, doesn't it? Everything comes out at the same time, and it causes a massive knock-on effect. We've only got a month to play this as well, because in a month's time we have Death Stranding 2 release, which I really want to do at release if possible. So, yeah, it's a case of trying to get everything done as much as we can. We'll manage as best we can. You guys will get some votes coming up, I think. But we're gonna see how we go today. This is meant to be live for the next 3 days. What we'll do, we'll see what you guys think of it. The only concern I have with doing RoadCraft and a game like this live is it may be a bit slow for you guys watching, and because of that, that's a concern. Whereas a lot of the games we do are more story-based. Well, I don't think this will be as story-based as most of the games we play. So because of that, we may have a vote in a day or two to see what you guys think. It may be we do Shadows more than this. I don't know. It's all in my head at the minute. I don't really know which way we're going to go. But maybe you guys love this to bits and we crack on. But I'm obviously am open-minded to the fact that it may not be to everyone's taste. But it is a game that I've been keeping on for quite a while that I wanted to give a go on release. And we'll see how we go. Right, I've done all my prep. I haven't. This is as far as I've got. I've pressed yes to the agreements. Haven't pressed anything past this page. I would assume we need to do music and stuff like that, but we'll have a look at that now. Yeah, not without crossplay. We don't play with other people. Never have. So yeah, crossplay off. I don't know what any of this is if there's anything that we need to actually worry about. Only thing I'm thinking of is audio, mainly because music volume is fine. I don't mind having it on, and it doesn't really affect us on the channel if we get done for copyright. Copyright's one of those things I don't mind. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to make sure we had it a bit lower than normal. Everything else seems okay. There's no subtitles that I can see. Radio messages. Yeah, okay, we'll see how we go. As I say, it may be it's all good. I don't know. Connect to pros. I don't even know what a pros account is. We're just going to crack on. Yeah, I'm not too sure what is a pros account. I don't know if we should connect to it or not, to be fair. RoadCraft. See what it is. Prism Ray Online Services is what it's called. I don't know what that is though, but that is what you can link your game to. A minute ago, become a part of pros. Elevate your game and adventure with extensive features. Okay. Supposedly, there's loads of games that you can link with to get rewards and things. It may be something I look at after stream, maybe. I've never heard of pros before, but you get all these different things that want you to link to their account, your account to the game, just to get extra rewards. Ubisoft do it with Assassin's Creed, and I never ever really look at the rewards for Ubisoft. I really should, I suppose. Right, let's have a look. All I know about this is something I've been looking forward to. It's from the creators of Mudrunner, SnowRunner, Mudrun Expeditions, and something about natural disasters and you going in and not just fixing and delivering stuff like in SnowRunner, but also building. That's what interested me was that mix. As I say, we're meant to be live with this for the next 3 days. We'll see how you guys, what you guys think of it. Give me your honest opinions over the next day or two, and we'll make decisions from that. Right, let's begin. Campaign selection. Okay. Company name. I don't really have a company. What am I calling myself? We'll do that. I don't really know what company name to use, to be fair. I don't know how many spaces are allowed. Something I've used in the past on things. Soldiers of Fort. I won't. Soldiers of Fort. I do. What? Really? Not allowed soldiers. Soldiers is a bad word according to that. Oh, okay. I'm kind of gone blank on what we could call ourselves. Anyone got any thoughts? I'm completely blank, and I don't know why. Let's try armed response. Is that lack of knowing what to call ourselves? My surname and my son. Oh, that's true. That's not a bad shout. Let me just. Just as you said that, he's just got to school. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't even thinking that. Let's try. Yeah, I don't. My last name, most people know what it is. No, wrong one. Where's the and that I want there? Although he's not going to be involved, obviously, unfortunately. But there we go. That should be a space there, shouldn't there? There we go. Let's see if it allows that. Yes, it does. Right, we're going to choose a vehicle. Starting vehicle. Rand, so he hasn't even included the and. Ah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right, Emergo Thunder IV. If you choose a vehicle, that one will not be available in this playthrough. Oh, okay, so you have to pick one or the other now without having any information about which one is better. That's helpful, isn't it? The Minuteman K350, stability, mobility. Stability is 3, mobility, capability 2, weight 1. Okay, so less stable but more mobile is the difference between the two. That one's more stable. I probably should go for stable. I've got a habit of throwing things down hills, to be fair. Right, we'll go for that one. I think that's the best bet. I know what I'm like at throwing things downhill. Okay. Custom colors is red. I always prefer red. If I can have a red, that's more of a dark, weird color. Why is that a pink, not a red? That's a logo background. I don't do all this customization stuff. It's never been something I've been bothered with, to be fair. Although that's okay. I don't know what that is, but we'll do that, shall we? Logo. Does logo matter? We'll go for the chains. I don't know. Yeah, start game. I don't do any of that customization stuff normally. Right, we started Precipice by looks of things. We have got the DLC rebuild expansion as well. We'll go that once everything else is done. An industrial town somewhere on the seashore is about to be hit by a massive storm. You've been tasked with making sure infrastructure objects are well protected from both the incoming weather and the flood that it will surely cause. So, okay. Lots of things see at the bottom, collected resources. We've got to protect this before the storm hits then, supposedly. We start with our Minutemen K350. And we'll go from there. You can build roads. As I say, I haven't looked at too much other than this was something that me and Stu the Game have been talking about for a little while. We shall see how we go. As I say, I want honest opinions from you guys. If you guys aren't enjoying it, tell me. We do need to know this. If that's the case, what we might do is not do as many streams of this and go and do more of shadows, essentially. So that's why I need to know honest opinions. Thank you for the like, but also much appreciated. Operation Precipice, North Africa. This is springtime. You're subcontracted to assist in reinforcing the shoreline of a phosphate plant. This task is part of a large-scale S&R preparation effort for an upcoming storm. Everything, Crazy Irishman. Yeah, I downloaded everything. So DLC. There was two extra packs, I think, with the DLC. Because it's the rebuild DLC I went for. So I paid the extra to get the DLC included. But yeah, I think it was 4 things to download. Thank you for the like, but I was much appreciated. You'll be guided through tutorial panels. If you miss any information, they can find the codex section. Pause menu. Okay.
Hey there. The name's Kelly, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dispatcher for today.
Cool.
And every day unless we screw something up. Then the company replaces us, like dead batteries. But until then, I'll be here to help as much as I can.
Graphically,
if you need much help with your first task,
look at that.
Head to the lookout point.
I hope that comes across as well.
Out of that town on the coast. They're bracing for one hell of a storm. I suggest you get on with the agenda before the storm hits.
I hope it comes across as well on stream, but that graphically, even before you've got going, look at that. That is incredible. The roads, the detail on the roads is incredible. It really is. Right, we've got to drive. There's actions here. Object scanner, terrain scanner. You can aim a winch. Park is circle. Low gear is X. Square is all-wheel drive. Diff lock, okay. Just trying to remember what everything is. The handling of the cars is going to be important. Our first point of contact is here. What am I going here for? Note that it was up. Okay, check out the surroundings. This is your tracked objective. Note this update when you complete the step. Take a look around. Head to the next waypoint. Okay. Take a look around. Okay, let's go a bit closer to the edge. I don't know what damage is like. Obviously, we'll see. I'm sure we'll find that out in due course. But that's the phosphate plant I believe we're looking to protect. Right, let's go. I will say straight away, look at the ground deformation. Press R3 to change camera. It's just the two we've got. Yeah, inside and outside. I'm assuming I'm just driving this. We have got a map. Hang on. It won't let me access map though, will it? Oh yeah, left hand side. Okay. And that's all the map's telling us at this point. I'm assuming you can plan things. Handling so far, we need to get about some speed to really see what the handling like. This vehicle, I will say, is quite slow. We've been doing SnowRunner for a little while now, episodically, and I felt enjoying it, and I hope you guys are as well. And this I believe will be quite similar, but more detailed potentially. I think we're heading left here. Yeah. We'll stick all-wheel drive on. There we go, a bit of all-wheel drive. We're here. Okay, there we go. 500 stars. I don't know if that's money or...
Enjoying the sights? I often hear they're the best part of your job.
Also graphically though, pretty impressed graphics.
I have to make do with cheap coffee and a broken AC. Ready for your next mission? Well, aren't you lucky?
That's what I want to crack on now. I want to know what we can build.
Not too exciting, but who am I to argue, right? Go take a look.
Right, we're heading to the phosphate plant, which we're here to protect. I've left all-wheel drive on for the minute. Definitely handles better with all-wheel drive. A bit quicker as well. That was a long corner, wasn't it? But yeah, graphically I'm blown away by the graphics. Even compared to SnowRunner itself, I thought graphically is really good, but this is just another level. The wind's moving the trees. Oh, we've got some water here. Use your vehicle's function to encounter difficult terrain. Low gear will avoid unnecessary wheel spin. All drive systems talk to wheels. Diff lock prevents individuals from slipping, but reduces maneuverability. We know this ourselves from SnowRunner, to be fair. I was wanting to try and see if we use the terrain scanner. There we go. Hold L1 and press circle, terrain scanner. So it tells you difficult terrain and how deep it goes. Obviously we don't want to go too deep because of our engine damage. I think we should be fine getting across though. Not that deep. Haven't put diff lock on. All-wheel drive's on, to be fair, but diff lock isn't. Low ranges now. There you go, diff lock. Help us get up here. Since all we're doing is wheel spinning it. I'm not sure exactly where we're meant to be going here. We are just wheel spinning in the mud quite a bit. We've got to get inside the plant. I think we're meant to go round to the side, to be fair. We're there. Okay, yeah, we have to. I think we're meant to follow the water round here. Would be my guess. Can't be stuck already. Come on. All drive on. Oh, I might be stuck already. I think I'm stuck on the... Okay, so winch point there. There we go. And then how do I winch? Doesn't tell me how to winch, does it? Actions. Oh, there we go. Pull winch. It's because I'm on a tree. I'm caught on a tree there by the looks of things. Detach winch. There we go. That hasn't started off too well, has it? Is it just the mud that I am getting stuck massively, and I think it is the mud. Yeah, look at that. The ground deformation is incredible. Yeah, deep water. The big noticeable thing so far is obviously you don't have the gear selection you have in SnowRunner. But at least we've experienced getting stuck a little bit. Deep water, get the engine out of that, there we go. All good. There doesn't seem to be anything to say damage to vehicle either. Well, something I'm surprised by. So, it does seem quite easy to get stuck. Take low off and diff lock off. But yeah, it seems very easy to get stuck if you go off track. Handbrake. Scout vehicles good for winch. Patrick, good morning, how are you? Yeah, this was scheduled. This is RoadCraft, released this morning or last night for us. Thank you for the like, but I was much appreciated. So we said we was doing this on release. It is in the schedule. How are you this morning? We can hook various objects. Okay, so I think we're going to be putting these gates open by the looks of things. Let's get a bit more straight, shall we? Okay, aim winch. That one. I might be too close, to be fair. I'm trying to aim winch. There we go. I did go. Yeah, there we go. And then we reverse. We should be able to pull the gates open, or one of them anyway. Oh, my handbrake's on. It'd be helpful if it wasn't, wouldn't it? I would say, so far, obviously the similarities in this and SnowRunner are going to be there, but it does feel quite natural. Right, this is the phosphate plant, I believe. Thank you for the like, but much appreciated. Wow, we have a vehicle. Look at that. Hand me down. Trophy achieved. We have a second vehicle. So this must be our garage. Open the map to see options. Okay. In the objective, you can choose from your available objectives, each with its own requirements. Press X to focus your camera on an objective and H to track it. So clear the way to the plant. Visit your forward base. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, that's wow. Okay, that's our forward base all the way over there. We've got to reach that location. That's one objective. We go back. Let's have a look at this one. Clear the area of objects. I think we'll be doing that first. The phosphate plant's old gate is a very convenient way in. Now it's blocked. Let's clear out the rubble around it and pry it open. We're not letting a little obstacle stop us from getting ready for that storm. We'll track that then. I'm guessing we changed to our brand new vehicle. Okay. I can't do vehicles here, by the looks of things. I think I need to be closer maybe to change vehicle. Let's go and have a look. Keep forgetting the handbrake's on. Tasco, good morning, how are you? Right, there we go. I don't know how to turn engine off. I don't think there is an option for engine. Open the map to see new vehicles. Okay, we have our... We can focus camera and we can jump into it. This vehicle is equipped with a grader, which is used to move obstacles and level terrain. Several modes: marching, manual, asphalt destruction, sand flattening. Okay. I'm going to forget the majority of those and what they do.
Hey,
I swear to you.
You're not a bad navigator. To be fair, a child could handle it if they could reach the gas pedal. Still, you did fine too, so kudos to you. Now it's time to get you to your forward base. It's not much to look at, but should keep...
As I say, honest opinions from you guys would be appreciated. What do you think? Do we continue this live until we're done? Until Death Stranding 2's out at the end of June? Yeah, opinions welcome. Okay, grader's different modes. So marching locks it in place for traversal. Okay, so... I will say the noises themselves are really cool. As I say, handbrake. Always forget the handbrake. It does control completely differently to the car as well. Right. We need to change mode. I need to stop the car moving forward with a start, wouldn't it? Blade, asphalt destruction, flattening, marching. I think we just need flattening, don't we? Because that should move everything out the way. Okay, that wasn't really the plan. I was hoping it would break through the gate, but it didn't seem to. Clear the area of objects. Oh, there we go. That's one object out of the way. It's quite nice to be destructive for once, to be fair. But yeah, it definitely handles completely differently to the truck, which is good. You don't want everything to handle the same way, otherwise it's really boring. I need to push that car a little bit. I like the fact the bucket lifts up as you reverse as well, to be fair. No. I'm not trying to dig this area. There we go. Area is clear, according to that. It's not quite clear. Look at the gate's a little bit in the way, so we'll try and move the gate out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to hit it with a car, aren't I? There we go. Gate's out of the way. Job done. Got to put handbrake on because this thing moves if you leave it. Pretty happy with that though. That is job done. So, objectives, visit forward base next. So we've got to head all the way over there. It says sanctuary in the challenging environments where you oversee storage and allocation of resources. Yeah, I think there'll be more of a feel, like you say, once you get to the other bit. Right, we'll go back to our scout vehicle. Obviously, we're heading to forward base. It makes sense to be back in our scout vehicle. So far, like I say, the fact every vehicle feels different is good. There's nothing like every vehicle feeling the same, because then it's just pointless. I think we did a good job there, though. But yeah, can't seem to turn engine off, which is a bit weird. But other than that, right, this is quite sandy here. Obviously, we don't quite know how we get into our forward base. I'm assuming we follow the road and we'll see what happens. That's another way into the plant, the phosphate plant. This thing didn't handle water very well previously, although that's not that deep, to be fair. Okay, our forward base is up there by the looks of it. I keep pressing for the map, but you've got to press the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. So we're going there, but there wasn't another way to get... yeah, we could have gone this way. I wonder if we've gone the wrong way here. There's like a choice of... There's a road going up this way that potentially could have been the right way. We'll keep going straight for the minute and just see. I'm hoping for a right-hand turn somewhere. But yeah, I will say the environment feels more difficult to navigate than SnowRunner does. In the mud and the snow and stuff. Like this sand is definitely restricting us, although we are in a poor scout vehicle, I would say. Do I still think we're going the wrong way? Potentially. Got a feeling we have gone the wrong way. Let's get some speed up though, this thing isn't too bad. Hang on, we've got a road there. Potentially that might take us to where we're going. There's a house here. This isn't the forward base of this house though. This is, I'd say, an orchard. Would be my guess. Does it take us out to another road? It does indeed. Oh, tell me you can get over there. I might be beaching it a little bit actually on that corner, to be fair. There we go. Definitely, I would say in some regards already noticing there's some more realism in terms of getting up and down little bits. Probably more so than SnowRunner is. You know, SnowRunner you would have got across that little corner there, wouldn't have been difficult. I think this might be even more realistic than SnowRunner is. Which is saying something. Although I've not noticed damage yet. I don't know if damage is a thing. It's not so. Other than we saw the engine obviously in the water. But I wonder if damage is an actual thing. I can have diff lock on while low gear's off, strangely. There's also fuel doesn't seem to be a thing. Although obviously all this can change once the tutorial's done. We might find fuel is a thing afterwards. But currently there's no issue with fuel or anything. Which is weird. I was expecting it to have fuel as well be a big thing. But we're here. We've found our forward base. Right, let's see what's next.
Welcome. The good news is, you're in charge now. Bad news is, the storage and allocation of resources are all on you. So, use them wisely. And remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. For the company.
For the company.
On to your next job. Storm's rolling in, and we need to build a flood wall before it does. Before it rolls in, I mean. Storms seldom build walls. First, we need to plot a route from the base to the phosphate plant. Once we do that, we can deliver the crane parts to make the wall.
Okay, sounds simple enough. We'll do what it said first. There is a generator to find as well. Let's have a look at this one. So we need to build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. We need to safeguard the coast against the impending storm. Your mission is to plan a route from the forward base to the phosphate plant to facilitate the delivery of crane parts. Grim as it may sound, in our line of work, time frequently equates to livelihoods saved or lost, so let's not waste it. With requirements selected, press X. Let's check. Okay, so there's an actual infrastructure panel to have a look at. Here we go. This plan displays a list of activities you can complete in any order. New activities will become available to explore the map. Some activities, such as this one, are required to complete objectives. Okay, let's have a look at this. Obviously, we've not done this before. We don't know what we're doing. Turning off the vehicle. Remember, there's no fuel station because I want you to enjoy the game. Ah, okay. That's interesting. I didn't watch many of the videos advertising it, to be fair, so I don't know. But yeah, an interesting thing to not have fuel. Whenever it's snow run, obviously, it's something you think about. But then I suppose this is different. I don't know. I've got to stop comparing them, I think. And just say that, as I say in most games, it needs to be an individual. Okay, use your task is to plot a route for vehicles to follow. Use waypoints to trace a path between two locations. Heavy vehicles aren't built for off-road travel. Okay. So all we're going to do is plot a route. This is our start point. To be fair, I think it'd be a fairly simple route. Because we won't go the long way we just went. We'll go this way. So, if we go to there, and then we go to here. Obviously, we need it to stay on road, I think is the point. You can have up to 199 route points to plot your route. This is different though. And this, I don't know if this is a route we're going to need to follow. Maybe it is, maybe it doesn't automatically, I'm not sure. My only concern is obviously we didn't go this route, so I'm hoping it's as level as it looks. Because it looks fairly level. Okay, that's that, and then, yeah. Come across this way. Angle is too sharp. Okay. That's telling me the angle is too sharp there. And then into there. Obviously because it needs to turn, I would have say. Done. We can dispatch vehicles now. Make sure there's no obstacles left on the route. I might need to move that other vehicle. Before I do anything, let's quickly enter this vehicle.
Looks like we're gonna need a generator for the phosphate plant. There should be one somewhere close to the abandoned facility. Check your map. If you can find it, bring it back to the garage inside the abandoned facility.
Okay, I just needed to move that out of the way before we sent vehicles this way. Open. Right, we can dispatch vehicles now. I think that route is happy. I take it we have nothing that's on the way. So do we not touch it then? Oh no, there's a vehicle. If I quickly enter that. So it's auto. So we're not. We don't have to deliver the crane parts. It's going to happen automatically, and there's more than one vehicle. That's quite cool. So we're not involved in that convoy. We can keep an eye on where they are. I'm assuming if they get stuck, we need to deal with it. Right, let's have a look at this next one. We've got to find the generator. The abandoned facility hasn't been operational for ages, so we don't care if it doesn't survive the storm. Suppose there's some auxiliary generator as well as other supplies that come in really handy if we could locate them. See if you can scout around the abandoned buildings for it. Once found, haul the generator over to the local garage for us to check if it works. Requires you to use a scout to find a specific object in the searchable area. So there is an object search scanner on the scout vehicle. Okay, that's what we're looking for. In terms of where that is, okay, we're going to drive over there. And then vehicles doing okay? Yeah, they seem to be. So yeah, we need to follow the route that way, I think. I don't think this will be able to haul it back, but this is what we used to search for the object. Too sure what these are yet. Resource storage. I'm assuming it will tell us when all the crane's delivered, and maybe we have to build the crane. I don't know. Okay, which way do we want to go here? Straight. I didn't know what that was, to be fair. Oh, the Ford base is a garage. That's a different. We've got a different vehicle there. The Cronenwork L34. Although no, that's the one we've already got, isn't it? Out there. I don't know what any of this is. Hang on. It's types of vehicle, I think. Yeah, garage, the shop. So this is where we can buy new vehicles or upgrade existing by looks of things. They're DLCs. Okay. Does seem to be quite a lot of vehicles. Yeah, there is quite a lot of vehicles, to be fair. Right, that did say that was done. Yeah, so now we just need a generator. Our plotting the route worked really well. Now it's raining. Let's see how the rain changes the terrain. Remember, we are battling against a storm here. The sandy terrain we've been driving on is getting wet. You can definitely feel the difference. In fact, the grip's a little bit better because obviously it's wet sand, it's not dry sand, which moves around more. So there is a difference, interestingly. I'm kind of guessing, oh, right, this is the search area just here. So we're just entering the search area. I doubt it's going to be right in the middle, is it? So we need to go around and we need to press our actions and go search for objects, I believe. Right, we're in the search area. We need to find a way in. You was in the search area. All the scout vehicles are equipped with an object scanner. Help you locate the quest hidden within search areas. Okay. I don't know whether we'll find it from out here, but let's have a look. No. I didn't think we would. Right, where's the entrance? Just here by the looks of it. Okay. Object scanner. Oh, we got something show up. What? Have we found it already? I think we found it. That was a bit easy, wasn't it? Although that's saying something else there. Oh, it's actually up there. I think we need to use the crane, I think is the thinking here. There's no way I'm getting up there, is there? Did say there's other stuff here as well, but obviously we don't know how we picked stuff up just yet. Am I getting through this way or not? That's water. How deep is that water? It's fine there. I don't think that's doable. Where are we stuck? Yeah, I think that water's too deep, and now I've got handbrake on. That'd be why. Handbrake goes on automatically whenever you use a scanner, and I just forget to do a handbrake. Interesting, there's no gear selection, though. Okay, we need to get rounds. Let's try this way then. And obviously I'm not seeing any damage yet, although I'm not going to intentionally try and damage ourselves. I think that looks too deep as well, you know. I think we've got to do something with that. I think we've got to pull this down, yeah. So environmental elements can be pushed, pulled, knocked over or hooked with a winch. Look for the yellow markings to spot them. We've got to use the door. I'm not going to be close enough, am I? I think we're going to open this up, and this will get us through by the looks of things. Route infrastructure request completed. Okay. Why can't... Aim winch. Not close enough then, am I? I don't know if I'm pushing that or pulling that, to be fair. I think I've got to hit it. Yeah, I think that's a hit, that we've got to hit that one. There we go. Don't like the noises that made. I don't know if we're going that way. There's what we... There's a route that way. Okay. I think we've found what we wanted though. So the generator's over there. There's another thing to push down here. I don't know why, but let's just quickly do it while we're here. No, 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 no! Oh, nearly fell off. I kind of want to crash the truck to see if we get damaged, to be fair. Just so we can just see if there is such thing as damage. It's not going to be a hard one. I don't think it's damage, to be fair. It didn't seem to do anything to the truck. My only concern, if there's no damage and no fuel, is it too simplistic? That's my only concern. Well, this is where the generator is. I don't know how I'm moving the generator though. The generator's there. Okay, I'm assuming I need to use the crane to put it in the back. Put it on the floor or something. I'm assuming also there's no other objects here to pick up. But yeah, having no damage, I don't know. Is it just going to be too simplistic? Obviously, it may not be enabled for tutorial. It may come all afterwards, I don't know. Yeah, it did look like engine trouble, exactly, but this one, maybe it's not enabled for the tutorial, I'm not sure. Okay. So we've got to get that generator to here. I wonder if I'm just dragging it, you know. I must just be dragging it over here. can't see another way of doing it. I can't pick it up. So my guess is I'm dragging the generator. Unless I'm missing something here. Let's just check the map for a sec. So there's a crane there, which made me think we were going to use the crane. So yeah, there's a crane there. I've just got to deliver the generator there. That's fine, but because there's a crane, I thought maybe we were going to use the crane. But it makes sense to use the crane. Otherwise, I'm dragging this thing. Haul it over. I think we're dragging it. I can't see another way of doing it. Doesn't make sense to drag it because obviously we're going to do damage. I would have said anyway. If I hit it, what happens? Nothing. Okay. It's on the back. It is actually in a box type thing, so I'm assuming it's it's not going to be as damaged as I thought it might. But I thought we'd use a crane or something, surely. Right. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It needs to go forward more before we go down. Actions. That handbrake would help. Detach winch. I want to put it onto. Also, using the winch isn't simple. Trying to select what you. It's another way of selecting which one you want. No, there isn't. Use the right sticks, is where you're looking essentially. Is where the winch attaches to. And I want it obviously on the other side to pull it. Right. I'm trying to get it to move from where it is. No, I'm going to have to back it up, I think. Handbrake. I knew I was going to get stuck at some point. That was inevitable, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it was always going to happen. I was going to get stuck. Let's go winch to there. Handbrake off. Come forward. There's that bit of wood on the floor also catching it there. The amount of vehicles this has in it and the building side of things, I am looking forward to seeing how that works. It's going to be very construction simulator-esque, maybe. Dragging it through the mud here. There we go. I'm surprised we've dragged it, but we've kind of made it work. Right, objective complete. We have a new vehicle to play with. Let's head to the vehicles tab and switch to it. Goal complete, all hands on deck. Yeah, Posey, we've got a new vehicle to play with.
You wrapped up all the prep work nicely. I knew I could rely on you, which is especially great since I had nobody else to rely on. You're the only contractor in the sector. The fate of everything rests upon you. No pressure. Besides, the only thing left to do is to build the flood wall before the storm hits. First, you'll need to scoop up some concrete slabs. There should be plenty around your base. Naturally, you'll want to use the crane to move them. Then you need to drop them off in the loading area. Easy as pie, right? I could go for some pie. Anywho, the generator's in working order, so now you just need to make sure it's delivered. Shouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
A lot of cores from the workshop to the phosphate plant.
Okay, several missions, I think. There's going to be several things to do here. Plus a new vehicle as well. Let's have a look. So, we've got move concrete slabs to loading area. It wants us to go to vehicles, doesn't it? We've now got a rusty mobile crane as our new vehicle. Let's have a look at it. There it is, over there. This is our rusty mobile crane. Okay. So we've got to move slabs into the loading zone, which is that one there. Oh, I can see slabs all around here. Let's do this bit first. No, actually. What's the other mission? Create a route. We'll do the route first, so that can be delivering whilst we're doing this. Makes the most sense. Because we need an infrastructure route. So we're applying it from forward base to why is okay. There's an optional one here. Oh, that's no, sorry, that's operational. Wrong word. So that's already on the outgoing. Abandoned facility to the phosphate plant. This one is. So this is the abandoned facility. Where's the start point? There, I'm guessing. Okay, abandoned, yeah. So there's the start point. We need to get this to all the way over there. We need a way out, essentially, don't we? Okay, that's all water. Although that seems to be the best route out. That's water there as well. I think that is a straight route out. I think is probably our best bet here. I'm sure we'll find out if it doesn't work when the vehicles can't get out of there. But it makes sense to get these moving while we're messing around with the crane, I think. Because at least this is then doing its thing while we're doing something else. It's quite a long way, really, isn't it? Longer than you think. That door's not open, so we can't go that way. We need to open that other door, I think. Make it a bit easier to get into here. Okay, that's too much of a corner. There we go. Dispatch vehicles. Hopefully they can manage and we don't get a thing to say we've got some issues. Right, concrete slabs times 6 is what we need to do here. Enter our rusty crane. Let's, I don't know how far the crane's going to work. So, crane functions, anchors. Okay, anchors are down. Load attach mode. Toggle attach mode. I don't know what the difference is there. That's vehicle controls. Hang on. No, I don't want to recover. Use the crane to move the loading zone. Nearby slabs of resource. L1, okay. Boom vertical. How do I turn? Oh, okay. Maybe too far away. That's as far as the boom goes, isn't it? Okay. I'm too far away, to be fair. Yeah. I'm too far away. Anchor's up. I think if we go next to these here, it'll be a little bit easier to manage. It's because I've still got handbrake on, that's why it's messing around. Right, anchors. There we go. So you've got to press L1 the whole time. Say yes or no. Graphics on here are better when you walk between vehicles. Yeah, you can't do this. It doesn't seem. Doesn't seem to work. You got to walk between vehicles. I've got to keep the L button pressed the whole time as well. Let's just quickly change. What's the attach mode? Ah, there we go. All four sides. Why are two sides not being able to attach? It won't attach all four sides, it seems. Okay, well, let's change attach mode then. Although that's saying now no, there we go. Load rotation, boom vertical. Oh, there we go, we've attached the one underneath, that's why. Okay, we need to unattach. I know what's going wrong here. We're attaching to the bottom one, not the top one. E-Flag, good morning, how are you? Thank you for the like, but I was much appreciated. Oh, route has failed. Okay, something's wrong with our route we picked. Why has that failed? Oh, too close to this. Okay. I need to delete. I've got to do the whole thing. No, I don't have to do the whole thing again. So there's fine. Yeah, that's all good. It was just it's hitting the gate that's on the floor there. Is why it failed. Yeah, just there. I'm trying to connect. Why is it not connected? Yeah, we're going to that. I don't want to cancel route. They're actually making it, even though it's saying there's an issue. They are making it. I want to spectate. What do I do? It won't let me. It won't let me do anything. I don't quite understand what I'm meant to do here. Right, track it. Routes. Open routes. That's the two ends. I can cancel the whole route and then just do it again. I think it's the only way. It doesn't seem to let me add anything. Yeah, I can't seem to add anything. Right, we cancel route. Ah, there we go. Will it now let me touch stuff? Yes. I can add a new point. So, getting used to how to manage these things to take a bit of time, it seems. Right, so it's here. Edit point. I think you'll find that now will work. I know it's still showing red, but until a vehicle uses it. That should be absolutely fine. Right, dispatch vehicles, and hopefully that will work. Let's see. Take the turn. Oh, we can spectate as well. Can't change. Oh, we can. Okay, so you can actually spectate and make sure these things work properly as well. Interesting. I'm not too bad, E-Plan. Not too bad. Right, our route is now working fine. I'm sure that'll fix it. That will sort itself out now. Concrete slabs are what we're trying to sort out now. Yeah. Move them to storage. I'm having some issues with the crane, I must admit. Oh, we can, okay, I didn't see that. I just noticed something else. We can cycle target. Toggle attach mode, there we go. I need a camera mode, there we go. So they're all attached now. How do I... I can't go any higher than that. Okay, route has been delivered to. Generator is delivered. LVs, good morning, how are you? We're only just getting into it, to be fair. We're still in the tutorial. I'd say some of the controls are a bit finicky. This crane control is finicky. Oh, I find it extremely finicky anyway. Right, there we go. Done it lower this time. So there we go, we can lift it off the floor. But this crane, I can't take it to the loading area because I'm too far away. I can't go any... The boom won't go any further forward, that's as far as it goes. So I'm too far away from the loading area. Let's take the anchors off. Oh, I'll take the handbrake off as well. Try and pick that off the floor a little bit. I wonder if here's the better option. Okay, that's one in. There's 6 of these to do. And that wasn't simple, to be fair. Right, let's see if we can get the others over here. If I can connect to that seems a bit weird. Also the crane, you can't pull in. So although I'm connected to that, I can't actually pull it towards me. Like you can have a normal winch, you'd pull it in, wouldn't you? Can't seem to do that with this. Obviously you can toggle attach mode and stuff. Yeah, it needs to unattach, that's fine. Right, let's give that one. That's as high as we can go. Although I think that's there. Does that count as 2? No. This is so tricky to kind of work out. Well, at least I'm finding it tricky anyway. I'm in storage, that's why. I don't want resource storage. Can we get around the vehicle? Over the top of the vehicle will do. Okay, 2 in. I don't know why I'm finding this so difficult. It just seems really... I don't know. I have had a history of issues with cranes previously, to be fair. So this isn't the first time I've had an issue with a crane. I'm just going to quickly put anchors down, because last time we nearly fell over. It's not going to count there, is it? Right, I'm maxed out on height. That count? Yeah, it does count. There we go. That does count as well. Turn the boom. Yeah, well, we can just drive up to it. That's the thing. I can just drive up to it. Look. If I take the anchors off. And then all I've got to do, really, is just bring it round. Number 4 done. Right, we need 2 more. I think these would involve driving to them, I think. I just take the anchors off. I'm putting them down. I thought I'd already had them down. There we go. I think it's just a case of getting used to how the crane works. Because it's all, you've got to hold L1 down fully. Before you actually do anything else. Right, I need to bring this round. And then we can cycle target to the top one. There we go. Lift that up as is. That's as high as it goes. I'll take my handbrake off, and then we should just be able to go this way. And then handbrake on. Down you go. Unattach. That's number 5. A lot of it is just getting used to it, I think. It's just a weird way of doing it, I think. Personally. This whole hold L1 the whole time is a little bit annoying. But I think once you get used to it, it won't be too bad. Okay, we're having some issues with how much that's affecting. Because I'm out all the way, I think. There we go. That's off. Reverse. Bring it down. Why is it doing that? Detach load. There we go. Resources are stored in your base storage, which is accessible for any of your bases. On each map, you unlock access to multiple interconnected bases. Recording the objective requires resources to be stored in your base storage in order to be completed. Okay, that's the job done. Store 6 of 6, yep. Transfer resources. Oh, some objectives such as this one require you to manually confirm completion. You've got to manually confirm it. So we can now transfer and by pressing the right analog, and that's mission complete. Okay. We've now got 2 side mission milestones as well.
To do some hauling. Take the cargo truck and load it up with the concrete slabs and steel beams. Then deliver it to the phosphate plant. And if you're in the mood for extra supplies, you could plot a route between the warehouse and the forward base. It's not essential, but it'll make things easier for you in the long run.
So there's a lot of plotting routes to get other things done. Well, I think plotting routes first is important because they can then be doing that whilst you're doing other things. So we're going to need to load the truck up with them, what we just put in the storage, and we're going to drive the truck to the phosphate plant. Before that, though, we need to connect a new route. Although I've not been there, I've got to go there first. So our scout vehicle is probably our best bet here, as it's already nearby. So we've got to try and get to this warehouse, and then we can then plot a route from that to there. Then we can load up the vehicle and deliver those. As I say, it's a case of working out what's the important thing to do first, isn't it? This is going to be too deep to travel. I don't know what the best route for this is. How deep is this? Seems okay. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. My hope was there was a way to the warehouse from here, but I could be wrong, to be fair, because that looks not very good. That looks pretty deep, doesn't it? Yeah, that's going to be too deep. Well, we're not getting to the warehouse that way then. Which means we've got to go back to the main road, I think. I'm assuming I can't take that vehicle either by going anywhere near it. No, we don't gain a new vehicle by going near it. Come on. The only thing I would say at the minute, because of the lack of fuel and other things, is it too simplistic? That's my only concern at this point. Right, we need to go back over the top of this, I think, to get out. And we haven't really seen damage and how that works yet. That's the other thing. That'll be interesting to see if there is damage. Obviously, we've seen the engine being damaged. We're in too deep water. I like the fact you have to work these things out yourself, though, in terms of knocking things down and make your own path. That's quite interesting. What do you guys think so far? Like I say, I've still got some concerns, but we're not far enough in to really understand whether that's right or not. My concerns are valid yet or not. Right, my thinking is we head back to the main road and head this way, and to see if we can get near the warehouse that way. I also, thinking about it, there's no save, I've just noticed. I'm assuming it's an auto save system. Would be my guess. Didn't take that corner brilliantly. The rain stopped at least. Well, it's raining again. The storm is definitely on its way. We don't know about upgrading vehicles yet either. I'm curious to see if we can change tyres and make things better in that regard as well. Let's have a quick look. Right, we're coming in here. So this is going round. I'm assuming there's another road. It goes along that pipe work. Yeah. And we've got to plot this route. Once we actually get to the warehouse, we're plotting a route from there back. which will be interesting. Not the best terrain for vehicles to be hauling stuff. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Found the warehouse. We have found the warehouse. Okay, now we need to plot a route from here. Which I assume we're just going to follow the route we took. Yeah, open that one. Plot a route. Start plotting. So we're starting from there. This is where things become a bit unstuck, I think. If vehicles get stuck in any areas, we're going to have to come back and redo this plotted route. Admittedly. So we're going to be a bit careful with some of these turns, I think. Whether this is the fastest route, I don't know. I'm just kind of following the route we took. I know you say you don't want to commence now, it's got a mix. There's definitely a mix in there. We haven't really touched the surface yet. We haven't built roads and stuff yet, so it'd be interesting to see how that all works. As well, to be fair. Trying to make it so the corners aren't. It does tell you if your corners are too wide or too sharp. Sorry. I don't want it on the vehicle, but I want it. I'm trying not to touch that vehicle, but they may get stuck on that vehicle there. Oh, we're not going to there, are we? Hang on. Delete last point. We're not going to there. We're going. We're going into there, but we've not. I'm going to go and knock the. Is that doorway open? Yeah, it is. Okay. Thought for a second we may have to go and knock a gate open. Why can I not go there? Is that not my? Oh, I'm not going there. Hang on, we're going the wrong way. We're going to our forward base, not the phosphate plant. There's me getting confused there. We're going forward base, not phosphate. I didn't even realise. That's why it won't connect to that place there. There's several more gates we can knock down in the phosphate plant as well, which I think will make a difference in terms of routes. But yeah, I didn't notice that it was not the phosphate plant. They're going to be too sharp. Let's do that. Okay, dispatch vehicles. It will let us know if there's any issues, admittedly. Hopefully there isn't. Right, main missions. This is us. We've got to bring resources to there. So that's our delivery point. 3 slabs and 2 steel beams. Now, we need to load our vehicle here. We've got a new cargo truck. Let's have a look at it. There's our cargo truck. Press X to open the storage menu. Press X. Okay, so we can actually... We can add the stuff we want ourselves. We don't actually have to... Concrete slab. Oh, we do. Okay, once they spawn there, we then have to pick them up. So we do have to load manually, it seems. I need 3 concrete slabs. It's only given us 2. Strap cargo, yeah, so we actually have to manually load this, which is going to be interesting. Okay. I'm not the best at these kind of things, so this will be very, very interesting. I don't want to lift the vehicle up. Right, let's go a little bit more forward. Okay. That's as low as I can go. I haven't got anchors down, have I? There we go. This might not be as bad as I thought, to be fair. We'll take the load. As I say, this is where I'm going to find things a bit tricky, I think. Come on, I need to just go a little bit to the side. There we go. First one in. Right. Don't. I'm not attached. Why is that? Oh, because I'm moving my front, aren't I? This one might be a little bit different to do. Right, might better here unattach and then come back in when it's lower so I can lift it higher. I think we are definitely getting used to crane a bit more now. Is that going to be high enough? I don't think I can go any higher than that, strangely. Oh no, we're okay. Rotate load. Say, this is the bit that I really struggle with, I think. Around this way. Come on. I want to come that way. Okay, the route we did is perfect. It's all worked out fine. Come on, there we go. Right, second one loaded. I'm assuming I can get 3 in there. Resource storage. There isn't a third one in here, annoyingly. So I think we need to go and get that over there. And then we need 2 steel beams. I'm guessing I can't get those on top. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. Yeah, the spawn point won't do any more than 2. It says how much is here. So we must have put 6 in, but then some has been delivered to the phosphate plant. Would be my guess. So I'm going to need to go and pick the ones up over here, aren't I? So anchors are off. There's one here, which is my thinking. I need to stop, remember to put handbrake off, to be fair. There's one thing I keep forgetting to do. Oh, there we go. I don't think I can get it from here. I think I am going to have to. reverse. I haven't got any anchors attached, to be fair, or anchors down. I probably should have anchors down, to be fair. There we go, anchors down. Come on. It's nearly there. Come on, a little bit more. Ah. I hate cranes. With a passion, I hate cranes. I'm stuck on the actual cab, aren't I, there? It's there. Wrong button. I've just put the steel beams out. So the beams, I think we get beams on top? I would have said we can, looking at them. I suppose we should try. Let's anchors up. Reverse a little bit here. I'll change the connection point, I think, as well. There we go. So if we now anchors, toggle attach point, so it's a single point of contact. Everything is done on the right stick, that's the thing. I'm hoping we can strap all this down. I don't know for sure. We'll find out in a second. Right. Maybe I do need more than one point of contact. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. I think I am getting used to the crane, it's just not simple. Thank you for liking it, much appreciated. Well, not simple for me anyway. That way. Well, I'm hoping. Too far. Oh, see, there's now a concrete slab there now. We probably had to maybe wait till it was delivered, maybe. Right, resource, steel beam. There it is. I just did two, I didn't need to. Right, let's go and see if we get one more beam, and then hopefully it all straps together, and we can make the journey to the plant and do it all in one. There's a chance we should have done more than one. We shall see. Wrong bump. There we go. Right. Vehicles. Rusty cargo truck. Can we strap it down? We can. That is everything straps on. We can get this done in one journey then. Time for us to drive the truck for the first time. Handbrake off, all-wheel drive on. We're kind of following the same route we took, or we gave the other vehicles to take, to be fair. I don't think it's a route we've taken ourselves yet, though. So that will come out of here. We follow this round until we get to here. But so yeah, we've not. I don't think we've done that route yet. But we sent the other vehicles to do it. Again, the vehicle feels very different to the other three of you so far. We haven't really built anything so far. I don't know, what have we actually done? We've found an object. We've managed to move the environment to help us get what we needed. We've scouted. We've dragged a load of materials out of the way or pushed them out of the way. And we've used a crane. Obviously, when we start building stuff and making roads, it's going to be very different, I think. But yeah, this definitely feels very different handling-wise. I'm just glad we managed to get it all in on one, to be fair. Saves us more than one journey. Right, this is the right-hand turn, followed by the left. There's another gate we can drag out the way to make it a bit easier to make routes to here, to be fair, if we wanted to. But yeah, I'm interested to see what vehicles we can upgrade, or if there is any upgrading, like wheels, tires and stuff. Is the upgrading as in depth as a snow runner and stuff? I don't know. Alright, this truck seems to be struggling for some reason. I've definitely not got a handbrake on. But everything we're using so far is old and rusty, interestingly. There we go. We now have a crane at the phosphate plant. Shoreline, the storm is imminent, but you have a chance to reflect on your work. Savour it. These moments don't come often.
Coming in fast, so
I've got a feeling we now need to build the flood defences with the crane.
You need that more than I do. I'm safe back at HQ, but the folks in that town aren't. So, good luck.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we're using the big cranes. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we've got two big tower cranes here, the Newton and Steig 700/R. Two of them that are on rails as well. So we now need to build a flood wall to strengthen the shoreline. Track, let's have a look. Well, the final stretch before the storm ends, let's make this place unshakable. Finish constructing a flood wall along the coast. Use the tower cranes to position the strengthening plates. Together we can make this place invincible. I don't know what the deliver object is. Okay, I think that just shows where... Right, I think I know where that is. Right, we'll go for this crane first. No, not that one, this one. Proper tower crane. So we've got to place them in the blue slots that we can see over there. Camera mode is that. Tower rotation. Trolley movement is that. Raise or lower hook. Crane rail movements. And crane rotation. Okay. That, to be fair, feels better than we had previously with the crane, to be honest. That feels a lot better than we did previously. Okay. Trolley movement is this one. What's rope length? Oh, okay, up and down. Load rotation is that. How far away am I from going in, I wonder? To be fair, difficult to see perfectly where you are. It's not there, is it? Bring it up. But it looks like we are nearly done tutorial-wise then. This is the final thing we need to do. likely to... Right. I'm basically there, I just can't quite get it in position. I didn't mean to do that, there we go. Turn around. No. It's basically there, I just can't quite get it into where I need it to be. I need it to swing a little bit. Okay, if I let go of that, will that now work? No, it's not green anymore, is it? It is green there. I think that's it. Detach. There we go. I don't think I needed to be as exact as I was, maybe. I think I was being a little bit too exact of it where I didn't really need to be. Right, 2 left this side, and then we've got 2 the other side. Bring this in. I think we're basically there already. Look at that. Come on, that's in. Yeah, there we go. So we don't need to be exact. Yeah, put it in its place. We don't need to be exact as you were, to be fair. 2 done. 3 to go. Yeah, so we don't have to be exact. We just, when it goes green, we just need to press X to let go of it, essentially. Basically there, just got to get it a little bit more out. And down. There we go. Okay, we can now swap to the other crane. We've got 2 to do this side. Definitely easier to use these cranes than the other one we were using, to be fair. There we go in there. Mainly because you don't have to hold L1 the whole time, which is what I was finding difficult, I think, last time. Why are we not lifting up? Rope length. There we go. Wrong way. All the infrastructure routes are working well, everything's getting delivered, it seems. I can zoom the camera, I've just noticed I can do that, I didn't realise that before. There we go, job done. Now we know we don't have to be as exact as well. I think that makes a big difference. But yeah, so far a variety of equipment we've used. There's the pickup point. Right. I used to do that. Job done. Sure thing, trophy achieved. We've unlocked another vehicle as well. Build a floodwall to strengthen it. Goal complete, shields up.
Jeez Louise, that was a close one. I was worried you weren't going to pull it off. If you keep this up, I might start getting optimistic. At least for the company's stocks.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They've been crashing lately, but you might have just turned the tide. Now, doesn't that make you feel good? Well, savor it for all it's worth. Talk to you later.
All goals complete. In that silence, there's a strange kind of calm, as if the world's holding its breath, pretending everything is going to be all right. But a tempest must be true to its nature. You've completed all the main objectives on the map. New maps are now available. With map selection, you can return to the hub set to new unlocked map or stay here, finish the side activities. I think because that's a tutorial, I don't think there will be any side ones. So let's return to the hub. Building roads has 4 different parts to do to actually do them. 4 steps to building roads. So far, there's a bit of simplicity with the fact that you don't seem to get damage. Although the engine shows damage in water, I don't quite understand. We haven't seen how we can upgrade vehicles or anything yet, so we don't quite know how that's going to work. But graphically, it's very, very good. Control-wise, it's only getting used to be fair. Aftermath is the next map. The region is mostly flooded after the storm, with notable destruction around the main routes and facilities. The core objective is mitigation of immediate damage caused by flooding, both in the industrial area and the civilian sector. So we've got infrastructure requests, completed side objectives. Yeah. This is so after the storm. Let's see. Again, we've got just our Minutemen K350 to start with. We can deploy our vehicles from the garage later on. I want to see how upgrading works. There's so much we still haven't seen, I think. I think that's the thing. At this rate, though, I also don't think it's going to take that long to finish it all, to be honest. Depending how advanced things get as we go. In fact, there's 4 steps to building a road. Could be interesting. So, after Operation Aftermath, North Africa. Your company returns to the region after the storm has passed to witness the aftermath and help mitigate the consequences. A flood wall, I think, kind of helps. Hopefully. Doesn't look too bad, does it? I'm guessing there'll be a lot... Yeah, look at that. There's a lot more water around this time. And this is us. Is that a ramp there to jump off? Because it seems that it might be.
Looks like our hard work paid off. The storm's passed and the town's still standing. Still, we better check for damage. I've marked your destination at the harbor.
Okay, we're heading to the harbour then. The harbour is... Oh, we haven't been to the harbour before. Okay. Reach the harbour is all we've got to do. So we're going to drive through and just see how bad things are. We've got the abandoned facility there. Pumping station. This was our base last time, to be fair. I don't know if we drive to it, it will mark it back up or not, I don't know. So what I think we do is head there first and see. There does seem to be a ramp there. It can't be a ramp to make a jump, surely. But also, I'm hoping that bridge doesn't. I don't know if that bridge is operational. You know. I suppose there's only one way to find out. But yeah, I think if we try and head to where our base was last time and see if that opens up, maybe. I don't know. We've got to head that direction anyway, really. Not more tree stuff on the floor, isn't there, this time? Hang on. I think we're in the wrong way already. There's a gate there. That isn't unlocked yet. We'll go out the other way. Haven't really seen how you pick up side activities either, have we? Because nothing's kind of come up as like in SnowRunner where you get little question marks. I haven't seen any of that yet. Right, this way would take us to where our last forward base was. I don't know if it will unlock it or it doesn't exist anymore, I'm not sure. Obviously it was just a forward base. Very sandy. Which isn't too bad to drive on, to be fair. Yeah. Around the corner. So I thought, have we gone the wrong way? I do tend to just leave all-wheel drive and diff lock on all the time, to be fair. It does make the vehicle a bit easier to drive. Okay, so this was our old forward base. It doesn't seem like you can unlock anything from coming here then. That's what we weren't sure of. Okay, so if we can't unlock things, we're going to head this way. We follow this road round. Or was that our forward base there, actually? They're both very similar, don't they? I'm sure the pumping station will be something we're going to deal with later. So we'll follow this down. And then we'll take the main road all the way by the looks of things until we get to the bridge. And then find we can't use the bridge. We've got to find a different way. But yeah, all-wheel drive and diff lock on all the time seems to work perfectly fine. And make the vehicle handle a lot better. There doesn't seem to be any penalty for doing that. We'll watch out for that puddle. Let's go around the edge of the water here. Main road will be down here. It's a puddle. Okay, so here's the main road. And this will take us to the bridge. Which definitely looks like there's a hole in it. But we shall see when we get there. Biggest thing is trees down, branches, a bit more water around after the storm. Doesn't seem that bad though. Thank you for the like, videos, much appreciated. A little bit wetter here, getting a bit more stuck in the wet sand. Okay, a bit more water here. Don't think it's going to be that deep though. I have got a scanner to be fair. Check, no. There's a bit of deep bits over there. Should be right there. And this is the bridge here. Can we go across the bridge, or is there a big hole in the middle?
At least this bridge
Hello,
is
it's
still
in one piece.
We had to move our operations before the storm. We needed to get to that harbor, so it had to be lowered. I was a bit worried about it, storm and all.
Okay, so they moved the whole base operations anyway because of the storm. Okay, we've not been over the bridge before, so we don't know what's over here in terms of way to go. I'm guessing we head left. So if we're heading all over there, we head left and follow that round, I think. What vehicles will we be using this time? That's the question. The road's no longer there, it seems. Okay, no road. I don't know if it's worth trying to cross it. To be fair, if you look, we've got to be close to it probably. If we look over there, that's where the road should be. We're missing a big part of the road. I think maybe we can skirt around the left-hand side. If we do, I don't know what happens if we can't get back up. But that's extremely rocky. I'm hoping we get to build a road there then. Right, let's try this left-hand side and see if we can skirt around. If we get stuck, it'll be interesting to see what happens, because obviously this is our only vehicle. We're already stuck, aren't we? We got any winch points? There's no winch points around either. Okay, interesting. I am completely stuck. Yeah, there's nothing happening here and there's no winch. Nothing we can winch to. We've never got stuck before. I don't know what we do now we're stuck. I can recover vehicle. Select where you to recover your current vehicle. There. No, recovered it back to the start of the... Where are we? Is that the start of the bridge? Yeah, it's recovered it to the start of the bridge. Well, we know what happens if you get stuck now then. As that was something we hadn't seen before. There doesn't seem to be any penalty to having to respawn your vehicle or to recover it, essentially. I did wonder if there'd be a penalty, but it doesn't seem to be. I suppose this time we turn right and see if we can follow that route round. But I mean, that would tell me we're going to end up building a road or something there, or a bridge or something, I would say. Okay, watch out for the loose rocks. We might have to clear the road of rocks, maybe. Because there is quite a few of them. That's a big puddle coming up. Okay, we might be able to skip it to the right, I think. I've not played Expeditions because I was holding off until we'd finished SnowRunner. But has this got an Expeditions feel for anyone that's played Expeditions, or is it different to that as well? Okay, that's an issue, isn't it? We've got to find another way through here, really. Can we keep, is this shoreline going to be able to give us the route? Or is it going to be too... I don't know, maybe we can skirt this bit here. We're not going to be able to get many vehicles a decent path from the port, the harbour I should say, to where we're going next. Selecting a route for things to travel is not going to be simple, I would say. But we've finally made it to harbour. We had to recover a vehicle once after trying to navigate some stones, but we're here. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting compared to when we started. Things look a whole lot different now. Harbour, the cavalry has finally arrived, but your work is just getting started. As a boat arrives. I'm assuming that's got supplies on board.
You might have noticed we've deployed some additional support. Supplies, vehicles...
They're two different as well, okay. I wanted to see if it was different or not.
And move all those containers out of the way first. And then you'll need to check the road from the harbor base to the transit point and clear out any hazards. Once that's done, you can plot a route for our vehicles.
Okay. So, we're going to be using this crane here in a second. I don't know where the best place to park this up is. Let's try there for a minute. So, send additional support to the transit point. So, first of all, where's the transit point? Will be the first thing. There's a sand quarry here. Right. We've got to clear this of stuff, essentially. So we now have the cargo truck and we have the gantry crane, which we haven't used before. We've got to clear this of all the crates, not crates, what are they called? Can't remember what they're called, to be fair. Right, where's the trolley's there? There's our hook. Kind of want to make sure it's in the middle, don't we, really? Too low. There we go. So we need to move all these containers off here. Where do we put them, though? Because you can't put them to the sides, can you? Oh, we can actually. This is a thought. If we rotate that way. Can actually stack them on here, can't we? That way. Because it goes the opposite way to what I'm looking at. That's as far as it goes. Because it just said clear the air of objects. It didn't actually say where we needed to put them. And that seemed to be the ideal place, really, to be fair. The rusty crane we used at the start was a pain to use compared to the ones we've used since. The ones we've used since have been really nice. So move this over this way. And then do the same thing with this one, and I think that will be the last one we need to move. Fairly simple to use though. But yeah, it didn't say where to put these, so I assume we've done the right thing by just stacking them up, to be fair. Make sure it's fully on, so it's not in our way. There we go. Job done. Shipping containers. The blue area at the end, that's where you store stuff. That's the garage location. Harbour base is here. So that's where the garage entrance is. And then we've got, that's where we put stuff for storage, and that's where we take it out, I believe. So we need to, send additional support. We need to reach that location next. We've sent you additional support units for repairs. They just arrived at the harbour and are champing at the bit. But the local crane clear the harbour surrounding territory. We've just done that. We're moving the scattered containers out of the way. Then go ahead and check the road for any potential hazards. Prepare the route from the harbour base to the transit point and guide a convoy on the way up to it. So we've got to reach that location next. Oh, from where we are. Okay, that's not too bad. Come out here and go that way. Got a sand quarry there. So we just need to reach that location and see what's there, it seems. We have got a cargo truck. Do we want to be using that? I suppose a scout vehicle is the one we want to be using, is it not? I would have said. I think that's the one we should be using. What I'm going to quickly do as well, while we've got the scout truck here, let's see what happens if we take it to the garage. Can we upgrade it? Can we do anything to it, maybe? So this is the garage entrance here. Open garage. This is where your fleet vehicles are stored. Rusty vehicles and your chosen style vehicles cannot be sold. Deploy vehicle on the map, select and press square. Already deployed. Already show a marker on them. So that's it. It doesn't seem like there's anything we can buy. We can deploy. That's not for sale. We can deploy the Cronenwhack. We can deploy the Varon's already deployed. That one's not. That's the crane, isn't it? Rusty crane. The mule. It's another one, and that's it. We can go to the shop. You can buy new vehicles in the shop. Some of them may be locked. A vehicle may be locked because you're not attaining a high enough rank. You need to unlock the rusty version by completing an objective first. So you've got to unlock a rusty version of a vehicle first, which some of them we've already done. So the mule T1, we've already unlocked the cargo truck, so we can now buy that mule T1 once we get to level 3. I know we can buy that version, it looks like, but there's another version that reached level 3. The Voron, we can now buy the next version on from that if we wanted to. It seems like the Dozer, if we wanted to change that. That's a DLC vehicle. DLC. I don't know. They're not DLCs. These are new scout vehicles we can buy. That's the one we currently. That's a rescue one. Okay. Obviously, I'm not sure if we should buy a new vehicle, upgrade one of our trucks or not. I don't really know. That looks like a tank, to be honest. So yeah, so we can upgrade our cargo truck if we wanted to. Which one have we currently got? The Voron is the one, and the mule. So we've got 2 cargo trucks, both rusty versions, which you can't sell, but we can upgrade both of those if we wanted to a better cargo truck. So the Voron is the one we currently have out. Do you know what? Let's change the Voron. So that will be the Voron in our fleet colours. It's got an 8-ton bed. and that's instead of the rusty vehicle. Let's buy that. It's the first vehicle we were going to buy. So 18,000 that cost. I assume now that's in our. So now we get a choice of which one to deploy. So the rusty version, if we look at its stats, weight 4, capability 2, mobility 1, stability 2. If we go across to the new version, stability is now 3, mobility is 2, capability 3, weight 4 still. So it is an improved version of the rusty version, which means it is worth upgrading from rusty versions to newer ones when you get the chance. Yeah, retain that one. We can now deploy that one. Yeah. Although I can't deploy it because my scout vehicle's in the way. Although, can I move it? I was just thinking I can move out of the way. My scout vehicle's in the way, to be fair. If we go to vehicles quickly, I need to move my scout. It's in the way. There we go. So that's our new truck. Yeah, it looks like upgrade, doesn't it? Right, we want to use this anyway. We've got to focus on the mission. We need to go and check this route is clear. So we may as well. We're in a scout vehicle. We've got to use the scout vehicle, really. What they've said. We'll come back if we have to use that. The scout vehicle makes the most sense, as we don't know what the road's like just yet. But that's one vehicle upgraded at least. I think there's a third. Is there a third one for that one, or was it the other one that has a third version? So there's no upgrading individual parts, it seems. The upgrades are the trucks themselves, it would seem. Right, let's see if this route is clear then for us to be able to send the convoy. I want to get building. I want to make roads. So there's a bit of debris on the road, but nothing major, I would say. Okay. Oh, in fact, we've got a new vehicle. Taiga 6455B, wide bed, powerful engine. Your best bet to move sand around. This road has been damaged. It is impassable. A nearby dump truck will do the trick. Ah, we've got to repair the damaged sections with sand. Right, let's move this out of the way. Because actually, if we're changing vehicle, I don't want this to be in the way. I don't know where the damaged sections are as such. But we're now going to switch to our rusty dump truck. So again, a vehicle we can upgrade along the way. The dump truck can pour sand to fix damaged roads, controls tipping angle. Okay, opens tipper, closes tipper. Right, we're full of sand. We've got to fix the damaged parts of the road. The only thing I would say, I've got handbrake on. Why are we not moving? There we go, diff lock needed to be on for us to move. Okay, where are the damaged bits of road? That's the question. Are they easy to spot? There's the transit point. I don't know what bits of road we're fixing, to be fair. Actually I do. I think it's these. Because it's the transit point we're going to, isn't it? So I think it's those bits. So this bit along here, I think this needs fixing. Sand. This vehicle is extremely slow. So if I okay, that. So to be fair, we actually want to reverse first, because we want to kind of be moving forward as it comes out, don't we? think. Right, open tipper. Oh, it's going to be fully up, is it? Okay, close tipper. I'm assuming we get to smooth it out in a minute. Learn where you can refill your dump trucks. Open the map. Vehicle tab. Map layers. Switch to the quarries layer. For the areas to active. So there's active quarries there. So that's an active quarry. Allows you to refill your sand in this area. So can I just refill sand now? Yeah, because I'm still in that circle, we can refill our sand anywhere in that quarry layer then. So anywhere in this circle here, we can refill sand. Okay. Right, next bit to go and pour some sand on, I'm guessing, is this next bit here. I would assume it will tell us when this route is okay to be navigated. Use your dozer to flatten the sand. Okay. So we will need the dozer shortly. Okay, is that the last bit we need to do? Them two bits seem to be the only two bits I need doing, to be fair. So, what we'll do, we'll put this over here for a second. And then we need to go to a garage. So yeah, we need to interact with your garage on your maps to deploy it. So, garage here. And we need our dozer now, which is the Cronenwork L34. I don't know if there's one for sale. Let's have a quick look if there's a better, if we can upgrade it. We can upgrade it for 19,000. So we can't quite afford to upgrade it, mainly because we upgraded the cargo truck. But then there's other versions later on that one. If we have a look, we can't go down, can we? No. But yeah, that will be the one we need to upgrade to from the base one. Alright, we need to deploy our dozer anyway. There we go. There's our dozer. It's going to... You know what the issue is? We've got the cargo truck stuck because we haven't moved it. Enter vehicle. Right. Try that again, shall we? There we go. So this is the rusty version. Obviously, we will kind of upgrade a better version later on. Right, we need to go to where the sand is and we need to smooth it out so the roads are more usable. This will be interesting to see how this works. We haven't really smoothed anything out yet. We moved stuff out of the way with this. So it'd be nice to see how the terrain moves using a dozer. It's definitely very different to what we've done recently. A lot slower pace, but I don't think that's a bad thing, to be fair. And this is still tutorial, essentially, I think. I don't think we're into any main stuff yet. I think it's still tutorial. You can't wait to play this out. When are you playing again, then, Crazy Irishman? Select grader mode sand flattening. So we come up to the sand here. Okay, the road sometimes is still in rough shape. Pouring sand over compromised sections takes some patience. Luckily you've got a dump truck and a dozer from your garage. I think I did alright dumping it, to be fair. So now we're going to use the dozer to flatten it out. So, grader control. We want sand flattening. And let's see how this goes. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I think that flattened okay, to be fair. It's still quite high. You can see how our tracks disappear though the more we do it. Whatever you buy, not really your kind of thing. But how do you find watching it? Is it boring? Is it interesting? What do you think? Tasco, you pre-ordered it. Oh, okay. So you can play today then, Crazy Arseman. I think that flattens okay, to be fair. I think that bit's kind of done, to be honest. That looks alright. I like the fact, obviously, you can see the change in the material. But yeah, maybe a bit more sand needed on this back end, on this end bit here. But other than that, I think that worked out quite nice. It's your stress, not mine. That's a good point, yeah. Then you get stuck. I think for getting stuck in things though, SnowRunner's a lot worse for that. This is nowhere near as bad as SnowRunner is when it comes to things like that. I'm looking forward to seeing how this works with the asphalt destruction as well. Because I still don't think we've really touched the surface of what we can do so far. I think there's still a lot more we don't know we can do yet. Looking at the amount of different vehicles there is and what they all do. This is just a temporary road fix, essentially. Okay, I don't know if it's going to tell me when I'm done, or I've got to just say I'm done, maybe. But actually making these sand paths, flatten them to make the road a bit better, it worked quite well. And the change in how things look when you're driving on them is quite cool as well. There's definitely a change there. Okay, that's not high enough for me to do anything. Yeah, deformation of the sand's quite cool, and you can obviously when you move it, you see that disappear, which is quite cool. I don't know if that's done enough. You can also hear the sand move, and that's when you know what you can hear the difference. To me, that's done. To be fair. Is he going to tell me it's done though, or do I need to manually say it's done? Open this one. Infrastructure route. Right, no, we can actually plan a route. Okay, before we plan a route, let's move this off the route. Because obviously, what we found previously, if the vehicles bump into anything, then they stop. So, we'll park them there for a second. I am just leaving trucks everywhere, admittedly. But now we can plan our route. So, where's the starting route? Is my question. Start plotting. Oh, it is from here. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. I'm hoping hang on a second. That vehicle's going to be in the way, isn't it? Constantly finding vehicles in the way at the minute. Let's just recover this. There's no downside recovering from what I found. Okay, I didn't do what I wanted to do. That'll be alright. That's fine. That wasn't what I was after. I just wanted to move out of the way, essentially. Right, start plotting. So this is our plot point. We need to come under here. Need to make sure the corners aren't too tight because it doesn't like it if they are. Out of here. You mean the logging and farming sim drove you mad? Yeah. If you thought the logging and farming sim drove you mad, you should do logging and SnowRunner. That's enough to drive anyone mad. Okay. See, all this looks, the road here looks fine. That's why I thought there was only 2 points to do. But then we'll find out if the vehicles get stuck, then we know there's another place to do it. There we go. Dispatch vehicles. Are we done, is the question. We can follow along. Because the only way we know if our route is good enough is if we follow along. So let's see if these trucks make it to where they're meant to get to. We've got no other missions to do, so there's no point going and doing something else. We haven't got anything else to do at the minute. This has to make it to that point we've plotted. Otherwise, we still need to do more on the actual route itself. So, I'm not driving. It's doing it automatically. Auto mode. I'll leave on auto and see what it gives us. This is, no, it's just a standard PlayStation 5 Tasco. Yeah, just standard. I don't see the point in upgrading to the PS Pro, sorry. Mine works perfectly fine as it is. Yeah, jumping in the vehicle's quite nice. I like the fact you can follow a convoy that you've set out as well. That's very different to what we've done previously. I like that. Right, first bit of sand. Seems to do the job. Second bit of sand now as well. I do think at the minute there's a lack of missions, mainly because we're still tutorial based. I think as we get going, I think the missions will pick up and there'll be a lot more to do per each thing, I think. If it was on Game Pass, you give it a go. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll be before it is, to be fair. The nice thing is as well, it's cheaper than a standard PlayStation 5 game. Oh, there's a tree there. I don't think he's messed it up. Because normally games are what, £70–80. This was £35, although £10 extra for DLC. So cheaper than standard games. We didn't really travel this far down the route. It looked okay, so we kind of went with it. It doesn't look okay. The trees are a bit of an issue, but I think that's kind of got rid of most of them to be fair on the way. You just want Fantasy Life, did you? I've heard about that. This is like the game trailer, watching it deliver. Well, we made it. So it means our route was good enough. Job done.
Good job there. We need a base of operations on the other side of the river. And that means we need a bridge.
We need a bridge.
I suppose you've built a bridge before.
No.
Right?
Well, maybe.
A first for everything. Oh, and if you want a steady supply of concrete slabs, I have just the thing. You can send a concrete slab convoy from the warehouse to the harbor base.
Nice, so we can do different. Okay. So you can. That's what the convoys are good for. You can set them out, and they'll keep delivering stuff for you that you need for building. Let's hide that hin. I don't need that hin anymore. Right, let's have a look at what we need to do, shall we? So, set up our next base on the other side of the river. Okay. This is the bridge we need to build then. There is a side mission. It's send a convoy of concrete to the harbour base. So where do we get concrete from? Ah, from the warehouse over here, we can send a convoy from the warehouse to our harbour base. So that will give us concrete slabs. I think we do that first, because then that means that supply starts coming in. The only downside is obviously, we haven't done it. Why is there seeing pipe work? That's interesting. Am I connecting harbour base to transit point? I thought that said, hang on, that's operational, that's why, that one. There we go. Interesting we can see a pipe network. There must be something we need to do with pipes later on as well, I would say. Right, where are we starting from here? Obviously, we've not driven this route. I'm guessing it's fairly okay. Hopefully. We'll find out when the convoy can't get to where we want it to get to. But I'm hoping it is okay to drive. It does seem fairly clear when you look at it from this kind of way, to be fair. Right, over the bridge for this convoy. But yeah, we may as well get the convoy moving first, because we're going to need the supply cement anyway. And then if we have to fix anything, we can always come out. Ah, there we go. I think we need to fix that. I think that needs sand in it first and foremost. If we want this convoy to come this way, that needs fixing. Because there's no way they're going to make it through that, are they? So I think that's our first thing we need to do, is go and fix that, fill it with sand, and then level it out. We can still do the route here, because what we'll do is we won't set them on it yet until we fix that bit of road. There's no way they're going to make it if we don't fix that bit of road, is there? Okay, through here. This might be too much of a... No, it's okay. Could have sent them later, to be fair. Right, that's all now. Is that where... No, I've gone the wrong way. Doesn't need to be there. Needs to be the other point of access. So we have got a bridge to build, but before that, we've got to go and fix a bit of road, I think. Right, I'm not going to dispatch vehicles, because we need our rusty dump truck. We can upgrade our dozer if we wanted to now. Is it worth upgrading dozer? What do you guys think? Because we've got enough now to upgrade it. What do you guys think? Do we upgrade the dozer? Or do we not? I don't know how much money we need to be saving and that kind of thing. That's the only thing. Right, once we can refill with sand, when we're within the circle. Watch out for the other convoy that's coming this way. I don't want to hit any of those. Whoa, that's close. Right, I can refill sand here. Why is it not refilling? There we go. So the convoy is actually always moving, and we just need to watch out for it, I think. We don't want to get in its way. Right, so from here, we're going to be heading round the edge of this base here until we get to here. Because we know that convoy will get stuck. I think we got round it in the scout vehicle just about, but it weren't the easiest thing to get round. I will say this vehicle is slow as well. But it is a dump truck after all, it's not meant to be quick, is it? It's not difficult. It's not different. It doesn't go any quicker without diff lock either. It does seem that all vehicles, if you've got all-wheel drive and diff lock on all the time, makes them a lot easier to handle. And low gear for any hills that become troublesome. Come on. Hoping one load of sand is enough, to be fair. Start struggling. Yeah, wait. It's not knowing how much we need. That's the thing, isn't it? I suppose we should be saving at least a truck's worth of money just in case. So far we haven't had to buy, we've upgraded one vehicle, but we haven't actually bought a vehicle brand new, or rusty, but the rusty version. Right, we are nearly where we need to be for this. I'm really hoping one is enough, because this thing is slow. Right, is it this bit here? Yeah, it's this bit where we think was going to be a bit of trouble, isn't there? In fact, the issue's not going to be just sand. There's a big old tree in the way. Yeah, I know, we sent them that way, didn't we? So where did we think the trouble was going to be? 'Cause it's not there. There. It's because I've moved the camera. Yeah. I've moved the camera, so I've lost track of where it was. They're going round the side here, convoy-wise. Because that needs a lot more work, that road, to get it working again. But this should be an easy route to take. I don't think they're going to struggle on this. I'm assuming at some point we may actually have to fix that road properly. Oh, I suppose you could if you wanted your convoy to move easier. But I don't think we've got the vehicles to move the big bits of stone and stuff. I don't think our dozer will manage that, to be fair. Meant to be building a bridge. Having to fix the road first. Okay, this is the bit we thought was the vehicles would get stuck. So this is why we're here to fix it. Hoping we can do this. So, I want to be... Please let one lot of sand be enough. I've tipped some out already. It's telling me deep water. I mean, I think I might be in a bit of trouble here. I don't think that sand is going to be enough somehow. But then we've got to drive and get the dozer here, yeah? Come on, reverse it. Annoyingly, it's a long way to come. So although it said water, high water damage to the engine, nothing really happened, strangely. I don't think that's going to be enough sand. Yeah, I'm not sure that's enough sand. We skirted round this. I wonder if they could skirt round it and maybe we don't have to fix it. So we've got the route here. I wonder if we can change this. Oh, I know we just drove all the way, but I just think the amount of sand we're going to need. Can I don't want to add a new point. I want to change a point. I wonder if we can move these. Edit point. Delete point. Okay, I want to add a new point here. But don't do that. I've just told them to go. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Come on, let me edit it. I don't want to cancel, I want to edit route. I'm going to have to cancel the route, I think. Because one truck's already leaving. Right, cancel route. Oh no, hang on. Can I add new point in there? That's not what I wanted really, was it? I want to add a new point in here. This may not work. This may not be doable for them. I think now that will work. Right, the vehicle's now heading out. We'll see if there's any issues with that. But I think maybe sanding that is probably going to be a lot of sand. If that works, then we don't need to worry about the road just yet. Right, set base on the other side of the river. We laid down the foundation, we still have much more ground to cover. Help us find a way across the water, set up a new base operations at the foot of the mountains. It is quite possible that we'll have to build a bridge across the river. We'll have situation report ready for once you want to reach the other side. Right, so we've got to reach that location, it says. Strangely. Where's my scout? Okay. We'll for some reason we just got to get to where that location is. So we'll just quickly jump in the scout and get there. And then I'm assuming we get to build a bridge. But yeah, I was going to fix the road, but I just feel we can avoid it. Brilliant. That means we can crack on. Right, we're here. You need to build a bridge across the river. There's a bridges tab. Okay, we have a bridges tab. Throughout the game, you'll use different types of bridges. Resources the bridge requires: 15 is maximum angle of a bridge, 20 maximum length. So we've got wide concrete bridge is what we can build. 15 and 20 is the max. R3 sets the angle at which the bridge ends for smoother transitions. Okay, so the end is there. No. Okay. How do I turn the point? I don't know how I can turn. How is that doing it? Because this is pointing the wrong way at the minute. Oh, okay, I see. Is that? I think that's. The start's a bit weird. Let's try that again, shall we? So it starts in the middle there. So you can have it as a so you can have the end as an inline, so it goes down here, I assume. Alignment has the angle at which the bridge ends for smoother transitions. I suppose you want it. I think that's fine. To build the bridge, deliver the required resources to any of the designated zones at either end. You can also cancel the plan by hovering and holding delete. Oh, there's a failed route. We need to check that as well. Okay, so we need to deliver the actual resources needed. So, what do we require 7 concrete slabs for this bridge. So we need to go and we need to deliver them then. That's fine. We need to check what's going on with this. Need maintenance. Okay. That bit didn't look that bad, but the vehicle failed there. That's annoying, isn't it? Okay. That's the only place we can refill sand there. The tipper truck takes forever though, that's the only downside. Right, we have to fix that route because that's bringing us the concrete slabs we need for concrete slabs for the bridge. So we need to fix the route, otherwise we won't have enough slabs. So we are going to have to go and grab some more sand, I would say. Yeah, we're going to need to get some more sand, aren't we? That where he got stuck didn't seem that bad either, and we travelled it on our scout vehicle. But this is the kind of thing that's going to happen, and then we have to fix the route to make it better. So it is part and parcel what we need to do. If we can't get the supplies delivered to our base, then we can't build the bridge. So it's down to us to fix it. hoping this bit doesn't become an issue as well when they drive on this. Yeah, it's how many there are though, isn't it? That's the thing. Okay. I think I refill... Where's our refill sand? Oh no, we're nowhere near it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what have we got already there, weren't you? Broken pipe. Oh, there's broke pipes to fix as well, by the looks of things. Harbour base. What vehicle's up there? Right. I'm trying to see where we can see how many slabs we've got, to be fair. That's a 0, according to that. There were 0 slabs there. The roads are still in rough shape. Yeah, okay. So it's telling us we need to fix that road that's still in rough shape. But yeah, from what I can see, we still need to load up with slabs. This is our fixed, or better vehicle than the rusty one. Resource storage. Yeah, so we've got no concrete slabs so far. There are some on the site. I can see some slabs at the site of where we're building the bridge, but currently we have none here. So until we fix that route, we're not getting a supply of concrete slabs. So yeah, we have to fix that route. It's the only way to get some slabs in so we can make the bridge. Right, I think I can go through the flattened base area, so make it a bit easier to travel. And then we should be able to refill sand. I think it's near the end of it. Watch our refill sand button, and when it lights up, it means that's where we can get sand from. And then we still need to bring the dozer over this way as well. Although we can recover it and drive it from here. That makes it... To be fair, I probably could have recovered this to make it quicker, less realistic, admittedly. Refill my sand. There we go. There were slabs there. I don't know how many either, to be fair. But let's fix the route. You know, our job is to fix the route and transport the stuff. I think it is part and parcel what we need to do. But you can make it less realistic in terms of we could recover the vehicle back to here, refill with sand, then drive back, rather than driving to and fro. But I don't, it makes it too it's going to be so unrealistic to do that. I suppose it is an option if you don't want to do all the driving, I suppose. But yeah, our job is to make the routes work as well. So the route found, not even at the point we thought it might fail at, a completely different point. I'm still concerned about this bit, but we won't know until they do it. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, lost a little bit of sand there. I so want to upgrade the dump truck just so it's quicker. That would be something, just so it's a lot quicker than what it is. Come on. I don't know why it's struggling so much, to be fair. It was fine a minute ago and now it's struggling. I think our dozer won't be too bad to bring over here. I think it's fairly quick-ish. Like this was... That wasn't the point they got stuck, was it? The point they... Where did they get stuck? I think it was over here somewhere. Oh, I think it was here, wasn't it? There. Yeah. And I was thinking this would be the issue. This could still potentially be an issue as well. We may need to go and get sand over here as well. It all depends how they take that. Well, I'm struggling on the rocks. Maybe this needs sand here as well, to be fair. There's a massive rock there, that's why. Because they may end up having trouble here with the rocks. So this was the route, this was the bit they got stuck on. So this bit? Yeah. Although it's not sand it needs the rocks moving, I would have said. So this bit, yeah, it's this bit. Yeah, I would have said the rocks need moving more than sand, to be honest. Right, tipper control, open tipper. There we go. But yeah, I don't think it's the sand that's needed here. I think it's actually the rocks need moving. Oh, I just beached myself on a rock, haven't I? I've actually just beached myself on a rock. Yeah, it needs to move them, exactly. I have beached myself. We're going to recover this because I can't move it from where it is. Back to harbour base. I would have drove it back to refill with sand if we could have done. Right, we need to then change to our dozer and send that over there. We're going to need to do a few things there. Oh, it's handbrake. Might be quicker to drive through the base itself, maybe, than driving round, I think, as well. I want to get building the bridge. There's other things to do first, annoyingly. Right, we'll hide the head now. We're done with that one. But yeah, I do like the fact that you have to go and fix these routes, otherwise you're not getting supplies. But yeah, I don't think I needed sand. I think I just needed rocks. Turn too much. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Turn too much there. The steering on this is quite sensitive, it seems. Back wheels are skidding. This is locked on all-wheel drive and diff lock as well is locked on permanently for this. Let's put in low range, see if that makes a difference. That slows it down. And then back wheels are skidding everywhere. Right, once we get this over there, we can clear the rocks, move the sand we put down, and see if we can make a difference that way, and then see if the route works. Hopefully it does. Otherwise there's going to be more maintenance we need to do first before we build this bridge. But yeah, we currently have no slabs. I know there's a few by the bridge itself. Oh, a nice supply of slabs would be handy. Okay, this bit I think will be okay. Just flattening some of the trees and things. If they get stuck there, I'd be quite surprised, I think. Because I think they should be okay. Or they're going to need sand there, potentially. But yeah, this isn't going to move them massive rocks out of the way. There's no way this is powerful enough. The smaller ones, yes. So some of these roads that are currently blocked and we're going round, there's no way we're reopening those anytime soon. Because there's no way we're going to be able to move the big rocks. So like this area here, we were thinking of doing this here, hence a pile of sand. But actually, there's no way of moving some of these big rocks at the end, I don't think. I've got a feeling the trucks may get stuck on this though. Although maybe it's only a tree in the way, isn't it? I suppose we could fix that with enough sand. Right, there's rocks in the way here. I'm just going to change flatten in here. I want to move these rocks out of the way because these will stop the trucks coming this way. So we just need to move them off the road essentially. But I've got a feeling we're going to get stuck in more places. Looking at how the route goes, I think we might need a lot more sands yet. Okay, I think that's most of them gone at least. We could use them in the deep water actually, to be fair, couldn't we? Let's move for the minute. It may be if they can get round, it's not an issue. It's going to be whether or not they can get round. Just one rock there, it's doing annoying me. But yeah, this is even having problem with some of the smaller rocks, to be fair. But they're definitely out of the way. Right, this was the sand we put down, but again, I don't think the sand's a big deal. It's more the rocks themselves we need to move. We'll see what this does. But yeah, I think it was more the actual rocks themselves that were the problem. But yeah, this is the rocks. Moving the rocks is not easy with this. It's not powerful enough, I would say, to move them massively. Trying to move that one somewhere else. Come on. There we go. Right, what have we got? Still going to be in the way. But yeah, I don't think the sand was necessarily needed as such. I think it was just more the rock needed moving. There we go. Okay, what we'll do, this can still be flattened a little bit more. It does make a big difference when you do flatten it, to be fair. So, thanks for the like, much appreciated if there was. What do people think about the lack of damage and the lack of fuel and all that? Does it make a difference? Make it less realistic for you? What are we thinking? I don't mind it, mainly because I tend to smash vehicles up quite easily anyway. I don't think it destroys the realism. I think probably not a bad decision, to be fair. Or maybe, I don't know. Is it something we could probably have turned on and off? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I do need to get this out of the way. Then we set this route to go. We're going to set the route to go again and just see what issues they have. Just move this out of the way. I do have a habit of leaving things everywhere. Right, so let's go back to... Why does that need maintenance? Are they both? Okay, we've received all the awards from that one. Why does that need? Oh, vehicle found the route. We've got an issue as well on the other route. Okay. It does say all the awards received already, though. Right, this one, we think we fixed the problem. Dispatch vehicle. Let's see what happens. To be fair, let's follow it, because I want to make sure it can do the route we want it to do. But maybe later costs start to come in. Yeah, that's the thing, we don't know. Be interested to see what they do, what happens. Oh, that made it a lot better than I thought it would. That was the bit I was concerned about. The only other bit is now by the water, but it has to swerve the tree. So as long as it gets past that, okay, I think we're good. It's saying the other route's damaged now, but I think it'll be fine because we don't need anything from that way. So far, anyway. It says all awards done. Okay, this is the bit near the water. This was the bit I was concerned about as well. Seems to be okay though. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the AI driving is actually pretty good considering on some games like Farming Simulator it's not brilliant at times. My concern when I first started seeing these kind of automatic transport was they're going to get stuck in stupid places and have like the smallest rock annoy you. Actually, it's not that at all. They seem to manage quite well. Right, well that's sorted. We have now got that run up and running. We need to ignore that for the minute. Yeah, so we need to go and work out what we need over here. Have we got a crane over here? No. So we need to send a crane over here to pick up the slabs that are down here. To be fair, there's enough slabs there, I think. I don't even think we need that delivery. I think we have enough slabs. But we need our... we need to go into garage. Because we haven't deployed it yet. We go in the garage. That's what we need. This is our trusty, annoying vehicle that we're going to have to use. Yeah, fuel damages. Yeah, there should be some damage, but then at the minute we're using rusty vehicles, aren't we? That can be upgraded, can't it? The bay cow. Can we upgrade our bay cow? Not that way. There we go. Concrete has been delivered, the first load. There we go. 23,000. We can afford to make the crane better. I don't think it's going to matter. Making it better, though, isn't going to make me better at using it, is it? Your one is poo. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's buy a new crane. Because the rusty one was horrendous. We'll actually be able to see now. Yeah, you can't do it in the shop. You actually have to go back. You can't see the difference in vehicles till you buy it. So our rusty one, 2 stability, 2 mobility, 1 capability, 4 weight. New one, 3 stability, 3 mobility, 2 capability, 4 weight. And you can sell it back, to be fair. You do lose a little bit of money. Right, deploy the new one. Again, every time. Vehicle. Which one is it? No, it's not that one. That one. Why is my rusty dump truck there? Oh, because we got it back, didn't we? That's why. Okay, that's the crane. So I don't think we need to worry too much about delivering the slabs. I think we can just use the ones that are already there. Oh, this feels so much better though. Than the rusty crane, this feels a lot better. Even just driving it. Yeah, that just feels so much better. Right, we think there's enough slabs by where we need to put them anyway, so hopefully the reason we can get this bridge built this morning. To be fair, we've still got plenty of time. Oh, bit too quick. This has got a lot. Seems a lot quicker than the previous crane. The previous crane was really slow. This was actually really quick. Curious to where the route failed as well. So the route that failed is the one we've already got all the rewards for. I think it was here it failed, where this mud is. I will say that is going to annoy me. Okay, stop there a second. So there is the route that's failed is annoying me because I can see it. I know it says all received. Dispatch vehicles. We don't need anything from it, but to have that marker in the top left, annoying. Yeah, they're all in company colours, which is quite cool. You're right. Okay, bring resources and observe the progress counter. Right, we do need 7 in total. There's definitely plenty here, isn't there? Yeah, there's definitely plenty here. Right, anchors. Need to stop using the left stick because left stick doesn't actually do anything. Camera, thank you. Can I reach the zone, the point we need to get to? That's far out as it goes, I think it is. That's annoying. I can't actually get it to where I am. Let's go. Anchors up. Move that. Our reach isn't very good. That's the problem. Because that's max. That's max out, I think. Yeah, I think that is max out. Yeah. One delivered. Right, let's see if I can get the ones from the other side. I failed the route again. Which one failed the route? This one here, the first top one. Failed. How did it fail there? Go again. I don't know how it failed there. It shouldn't have failed there. Right, can we get these ones from where they are here? Change target to that one. Yeah, that's our max reach there. There we go. Number 2. Yeah, I think I should have reversed him maybe. As I say, I'm still trying to get used to crane. I'm not massively good with cranes in any game. Snow runners, I've proved that several times over, haven't I? Cranes are not my thing. Should be okay. Yep, number 3. So I don't want this side. To be fair, I don't think I'm doing too badly. I know it's failed again. I'm ignoring that failure because we don't need it at the minute. I Why can't I move? There we go. This will be number 4. Yeah, it's that bit does need more sand there, I know. The thing is, we've already got everything from there, so it doesn't matter so much. That's the thing. If we've already got everything we need from it, it's not that big a deal. Right, what do we need? We need 3 more, I think. Come on. Needed to turn a little bit. Does that count? It counts. 2 needed. 2 more. As I say, I'm definitely not the best of a crane, but I think I'm doing okay. I wouldn't say anything so far has got frustrating either. Some of the vehicles are quite slow. That's kind of what you expect with these kind of vehicles. They're not going to be fastest vehicles in the world, are they? So that's kind of to be expected. Turn that way. That counts. 1 more needed. We only need 1 more now, and then the job done. There we go. Come on. Is that enough? Yeah, there we go. Bridge is done. That is the bridge built with our concrete slab, so we just need to reach that point. I think what we'll do is we'll pack the crane up first. Crane control, fold crane, anchors up. We can move the crane out of the way, really, ideally. That vehicle that's already there, we can't isn't something we can use, unfortunately. Okay. And then we'll swap over to a scout vehicle while we're here, and we'll head straight across the bridge that we have just built. I'm assuming they will get harder as we go, especially needing more materials. Okay, it wasn't quite straight on the start point, to be fair.
Your first bridge.
Is.
That should weather any storm. Remember, our job isn't just to fix what's broken. It's to make...
I should have waited for her to finish talking, to be fair. Oh, we gained a new vehicle. Boasts a powerful road planning recall module. Delivers unmatched mobility to your fleet at a cost. Boasts a powerful road planning recall module. Well, that's very different, isn't it, as a vehicle goes?
Make life better for folks around here.
Oh, she did finish talking then. Right, let's have a look at what we need to do. And that's, they both need maintenance. All awards. Oh no, that one's stuck. Hang on. Vehicle failed there. I wonder if I know where that is. It shouldn't have failed there though. How did it manage? Oh, was it? Did it hit the? Okay, I think I know why it failed there. There's a rock. It's currently on its way again, but what I'm thinking, can I quickly change its route? so if I pull this in a little bit, there, I think that'd be fine. Okay, missions. We've done the setup that we want this one here. So, we've got a new location. So we laid down the foundation, we still have much more ground to cover. We've crossed the water. We're currently here. There's a new vehicle there. Mountain base will be restored once we reach that location. Do we need the new vehicle? Okay. It's given us a new vehicle. I don't know if we need to use it. That's the only thing. I don't even know what it really is. That one there. Okay, the field service vehicle allows you to recall other vehicles to it at the cost of some fuel. Ah, so fuel may be a thing now. You can earn fuel through side objectives or purchase it at supply depots. Okay, explore your side routes to earn additional fuel. There's my mobile operations anchor in the area. You recover your vehicles there if you have enough recovery tokens. So the fuel in the top right hand corner there next to our money. You knew it, exactly. Is our fuel. It costs us fuel to recall vehicles and they'll be recalled to wherever this is. So should I be driving this? Object scanner recall vehicles. Got a winch as well. Are we driving this to the set up a next base to the other side of the river? I reckon we drive this there. Because if we want to recall vehicles, it would make sense we drive this. So let's give this a go. We need to head to the right essentially, and that's it. Right, handbrake. Definitely different to be driving something with tracks. Definitely a funny old vehicle, isn't it? Doesn't seem too bad. Obviously the damage to the buildings is quite severe. Although this is very muddy. That potentially could be an issue. We might need sand for there maybe. Right, the junction here. So I think we head left here. But yeah, I think that might need a lot of sand to get the mud sorted. Depends on what we have to do. If we have to send a convoy this way, that potentially will be an issue. Right, we've got some Portaloos here. Let's see if we knock those out of the way. Let's try and knock it out of the way, not drive with it, to be fair. Okay, let's reverse just so we get rid of that Portaloo. The plan was to drive, knock it out of the way, not drive all the way with it. Well, up the hill we go. What's it like inside? Ah, look at the controls. No, not steering wheel. Because it's the tracks. They work differently. Right, we're here. There we go. We have our next base set up across the water. We've gained 2 new vehicles, the DS55K K-Tok and DS135A Bunker. An inseparable duo for all your road building needs. This really works to watch with Jan. Good, I'm glad you're really enjoying it, Tasco. Okay, you unlocked a new base in this map. Bases are interconnected and can be used to quickly move things around. Deliver resources to one base and retrieve them from another, that's handy. Store a vehicle in one garage, deploy it from another. Each base also serves as a free recovery point. So it won't cost fuel if you recall vehicles to garages.
Is on Valhalla. It's the industrial heart of the region.
I reckon we're building a road.
Vital we get it pumping again. And that means delivering lots of supplies. You'll need to build a road and then plan a route between Valhalla and a transit point.
Yeah.
Ah, and there's a nearby village on the harbor that could use your help. If you have the time. Strictly, we're not required, but I think you like to help folks out. Panama is in sore need of supplies, so you could plot a route to it from the transit point.
You should be
I'm sure the
working,
folks
should
there
you?
would appreciate it.
Okay. Few things to do. We need to fix that route as well, I think. Establish a supply route to Annabala, which is... Let's track that for a minute. We've got to build a road. Wow, okay. Build an asphalt road. We need a dump truck, a dozer, asphalt paver, and a roller. Okay. Infrastructure panel will explain what we need to do. That's fine. Right, what's going on with this other route? It's now failing there. It's the same bit, isn't it? It just needs a tiny bit more sand, annoyingly. Although we don't need to worry about that because we've got all the rewards from that already. I'll take it the other route's absolutely fine. Yeah, the other route's 7 more to go. So it's happening. Right. Oh, we've got to plot a route transit point to here. Okay. That's not that one then. So where are we building a road? Ah, we're building a road. Okay, the road is going from here to here. This is exactly where the mud was. So we need to pour sand from a dump truck, flatten the sand with the dozer, pave it, and roll it. Okay. Where are we picking up sand from? Sand quarry's here. So that should make life a little bit easier to refill sand. Long one. We go to objectives. Yeah, vehicles. Yeah, so we can refill sand right where we're making the road. So that will speed that up at the very least. The side objective is bring help to Panama. The harbour village, Panama, is asking for our help. We shouldn't leave them alone. This is how we earn fuel, essentially. So these, I think we do need to do these at the same time. We need to plan a route from the transit point to Panama and send them the supplies they need. What's their route? There's the transit point. Oh, wow, okay. They're going to come the same way we are, aren't they? Where's their end point? What's that one? I just want to know where the end point is. I will give us that hint. Where's... Okay. Route. Open. Oh, Panama's up there. Oh, wow, okay. How are we going to get that to there? Across there. Well, to be fair, they should... no, we can't, because these bits here are going to cause problems, aren't they? So we need to get a route to Panama for the transit point. Transit point's over here. Oh, hang on. That's fairly clear. Ah, there's some... I think we need sand in some areas, essentially. If we plot route, I guarantee we'll have some issues. But let's plot it and see where they get stuck. At least then we'll know where we need to get fixed, essentially. Because this all seems okay. There's a wooden bridge that... I say it all seems okay. That's that's an issue. It's not gonna like that, is it? I don't think. I don't know. We may have an issue there. And then we did see there was another issue over this way. But if these two start running, we can then see where the issues are. I don't know if you lose anything for them if they have anything on board and then get stuck. I don't know if you lose a resource or anything. I'm guessing there's rocks there that are going to cause the issue. That's quite a long way. Vehicle there to dodge. Where's the end point? Over there. Okay. Yeah, we may have to come and sort all this out. But at least if they start, we'll see the problems. Right, dispatch vehicles. I'm not watching it. We've got other things to be doing. Right, we've got to build a road. First things first, we need our dump truck. Annoyingly, we've only got this one. What I need to do is we called it to the garage. No, we fixed it, didn't we? Actually, we got a new one. Yeah, retain vehicle. Yep. And then we can then go to the other garage. Just retained it. Oh, he's up. That's the other one. That's why. Let's retain. Okay, I can't retain that one. Strangely, I can deploy it though. Right. So if we now go to other garage, because all the garages said are interconnected. So we now go to this garage, and we should be able to deploy this one. That's a crane. That's the wrong vehicle. What is that for? Ah. Looking at, I didn't even think I was looking at the wrong vehicle. Right, where is it? This is the one I was looking for. I don't know. Is that the dumper? Which one's the dumper? That one. The Tiger. I've only got the rusty version, annoyingly. Yeah, there we go. It's already full of sand as well. Just to make life easier for us. Okay, the transit point did fail. I've just seen that. So we need to pour sand where the road is going first and foremost. Am I actually tracking the mission? I don't know if I actually am. That's a new vehicle as well there. I haven't seen that one before. Which one's that one? Rusty crane dozer, paver. Oh, it's a light equipment transporter. Right, let's track the mission, shall we? Build road. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's where we're going. Hadn't actually put the mission on to be tracked. As I say, we still need to sort. We'll have to sort the other route out. It did fail. We need to check where there was the second. Maybe fix some people to track, but we're feeling we need to actually go there with sand and stuff. Obviously, as most games we do, we always try and do 100% everything. So, side missions will be important, especially if that's the way to earn fuel. Okay, this is the start of the road. The vehicle is needed on the road building steps. You can use this vehicle to build the road manually. You can also use the interactions or infrastructure tab. Oh, okay, you can actually make it work automatically. So we can make it do it autonomously and then get the next vehicle over here. It's only pouring sand at the end of the day. Press. Oh, the vehicle's doing it. There we go. It's now pouring sand for us. No, it's not. What's that? Oh no, it is. Yeah, it's pouring sand for us. The ocean of the vehicle displays that it's now working on the road autonomously. Okay, we can cancel the task whenever we want to. But that's now pouring sand. We need our dozer. So while that's pouring the sand, let's go and get the dozer at the same time. Where is the dozer? Okay, we need to enter vehicle, recover vehicle. We want mountain base. I don't think that cost me any fuel. Oh, it did, it cost me fuel. I didn't realise that. Okay, got to be a bit more careful with that then. I thought I could do it, it wasn't going to cost any fuel. I should have retained it in the garage. That way you don't use fuel, I don't think. It's definitely a lesson learned there then. It does seem to give us a fair amount of vehicles, to be fair. Or at least the rusty versions, and then we have to upgrade them ourselves. Right, so we're going to need to level off this sand that the sand dumper's doing. We've only got 10 minutes left. Wow, today's flew. We've got 10 minutes left of the stream. We'll try and get this road finished before we finish today. I like the fact you can set one bit doing its job and go and start another. That's quite cool. It also means if you don't want to do it yourself, you don't have to. Right, where's all this sand? Am I missing something? I've actually gone the wrong road. No wonder I'm not seeing the sand. Sand's round the other way. Oh, we'll try and get the road done today. But yeah, we are nearly out of time. I just took the wrong way, amazingly. Right. Hopefully, it's all done with the sand. Or is he still going with sand? Right, I think he's all finished with sand now. So this is our sand. There is loads of it. I've just seen how much there is. This whole route. So I did say this thing is very tricky to steer. It's very responsive. Okay, I don't know how many times we have to go over this, to be fair. I know that's complete. That's saying that's now complete. Right, we'll move that over here then for the minute, because that's now saying that's complete. Right, what is next in this order of business for this? Infrastructure, build road. Yeah. What's open? Done the sand. Asphalt paver next. Which is this one here. This is a brand new vehicle. We've not used this one yet. To lay down hot asphalt, activated vehicles function drive over poured sand. Okay, we'll only stick to freshly poured sand. It's already got some asphalt in it. I don't know if we have to refill that or not, to be fair. Right, let's get this to where we need to go. We're going to pave this new sand. We will get this road done today. Hopefully. This is really slow, this vehicle. Although I'd expect it to be for what it does. So at least then building roads, if you do the sand thing, leaving it to do the sand itself, I think was quite handy, to be fair. So it does mean you can do as much or as little as you want. I'm assuming some things have to be done manually. And obviously, we want to try and do as much as we can ourselves. This thing is slow though. Yeah, you can. That's nice. You can do other things, and also the AI seems really intuitive. It seems to go where it's meant to, rather than get stuck on the silly things. We knew that route would probably fail. We haven't checked where yet, but from what we've seen so far, it doesn't seem to be on silly little things. It's always a reason it fails, and it's normally quite obvious. But we'll fix the route tomorrow. So the plan is this week, for those that haven't seen the schedule, we are live with this for the rest of the week in the mornings, so tomorrow morning and Friday morning, and we'll go, and then we'll work out the week after that. Okay, we are nearly there actually. It's just really slow. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. today as well. While we do this, it's one of those things that I think you're either going to enjoy watching on and maybe playing, or just watching or just playing. That's the thing. Right, we need to do this asphalt along here. So, paver. Hang on, reverse back a bit. Stop there. Activate paver. Is it on? See what happens. Yeah, there we go. We're laying a new road. Why did it fail that bit there? I know, it's okay. I'm too far to one side, I think. No, it's doing it. That turn's an interesting one. And the last thing that we're doing, we'll be rolling this. It's not the easiest thing to drive, this thing, especially on turning. Okay. Right, let's quickly park this somewhere, and then we'll go and get the roller to finish it off, and that'll be our first road built. I haven't actually seen what that looks like. Yeah, we'll have a proper look when we use the roller. So this is a roller vehicle for asphalt because it needs to be compressed by a roller. Drive this over to compress it. Nice and simple. This should be a bit quicker to get there as well. Maybe not. I thought this would be really quick, but it's not at all. Wow, okay, that is slow. Not quite as slow as the asphalt paver, but there we go. But yeah, let's see where we go from here. Remember, this is still the first map essentially, and I don't even really know if we're out of tutorial properly yet. I don't think we are. Still kind of lots of hints, so I don't think we are. I think there's still lots more to learn. Some things are easier to do than others, but that's the same with everything. I suppose you could use the trailer, yeah. I suppose really and truly you'd use the trailer to get them there quicker, wouldn't you? I think if the journey was any longer, the trailer would make more sense. Although I don't think this should fit on the trailer, to be fair. It just made me think now. I don't think we fit on the trailer. Yeah, maybe it would. Yeah, no, maybe it would. Maybe we should load the trailer up. It's a bit late now. And like I say, I think if it was any further distance-wise, then maybe we would. But if I've got stuff stuck on the front, yeah. Come here. There's like a generator stuck on the front. So we gotta be careful. All these debris in the roads. Alright, we're nearly there anyway. But yeah, next time we should really use the trailer. At least it would be quicker, I suppose, especially on longer journeys, which you're probably going to need when we go and fix the stuff for Panama, to be fair. Okay, let's get this road done. Don't need to deploy anything, we just need to roll it. It's quite a high road. If you come off this road, I don't think you're getting back on easily. It does seem quite high in areas. And that's a bit of a slope to go onto the road as well, to be fair. Right, is that it? Oh, it's not done, there's a bit not done. It's still blue. So I don't know if we missed a bit there or didn't compress it enough. I don't think it's too bad for a first road. I would say this entrance to it isn't brilliant. It's quite steep. There we go. Road is complete. Paving the Way trophy achieved. Our road is done. We've unlocked a Mule T1 as a new vehicle as well. We're going to establish a route to Annabala according to that. Let's just move this out of the way for a minute. That is our first road. I don't think we did too badly with it. The joins, I don't think the joins are meant to be perfect, are they? It's meant to be enough that you can get routes and vehicles to and fro. That's the whole point. It's just rebuilding, and eventually it'll be done properly. I like the way the map shows it though as well. The map actually shows the road we built, the way we built it. Objectives: we've got to establish a supply route to Annabala. I think it's from the transit point to here, and that road will now get it to here, essentially. Doesn't mean there might be other problems on the way. We do have an issue with our route over the other way as well. If we go across side missions. Which one is it? This one. So we got stuck over here, which we did think may become a problem. We haven't been that route yet and had a look at it, so I think there's something we need to do first thing tomorrow morning, is grab some sand and a dozer and just see what we can do over here to make this a bit easier, because obviously there is some issues and we've got to get this route done so they can get the supplies they need. We also get fuel as well for doing it. Oh, we did say fuel. The rewards changed. No, no, the reward's still there. It's okay. We've already got all the rewards from there, so we don't need to worry about that one. Yeah. So first thing tomorrow, I think we need to get some sand over here and get this route sorted. So that's sorted. Whilst we're doing that, we can set the other route up to start delivering as well, and go from there. But that seems to be where we're at. Vehicle-wise, it's been interesting. The vehicles are different. All the ones that you start with are rusty vehicles, and then you have to upgrade them in the shop, which is different, I'll say. So far, mission-wise, though, pretty happy how the missions are going. It does seem like you have to really look at things in detail. So our dozer we can upgrade, and then once we get over 5 stars, we can upgrade it again and again. But there's no way of comparing rusty to upgraded until you buy the vehicle. But by the looks of it, they're always better, by the looks of things. And you can separate them off here as well. The Pike is the new one. We just gained something new a minute ago. Mule T1, I think it said. Which one's the Mule T1? Because that's what we just gained as well for doing that last bit. There we go. Mule T1 is the new vehicle we've now gained for doing the bit of road we just did, which is a transportation vehicle, which is the same as our upgraded Voron 3327, to be fair. But we'll learn as we go, as we always do. I think there's a decent amount of vehicles to choose from as well, and upgrade and buy, and they are all locked away behind other things. Oh, you can change the mule to a cargo crane truck. That's what makes it different. Okay. Whereas we've got the upgraded cargo truck there, this can have a crane on top as well. That's interesting. I still think there's lots more to see and do. It's something we've got to work out as we go. But that is unfortunately us out of time for today. I've got no way of saving, it seems. I'm really hoping there's an autosave. Otherwise we're going to lose some progress here. Use recycling to get more resources. Wow. Okay, there's also... There's so much we haven't seen yet. In 3.5 hours, just over, there is still a lot more we have not seen. You know, if there's recycling as well. So we're currently on the aftermath. We're 26% done aftermath. After that, we've got Sunken and Incumicado. So I'm guessing these are all the maps there is in the base game. is my guess. You got the precipice, which is the starter map. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 maps by the looks of it. DLC menu. Let's have a quick look. So DLC, we've got that. Oh, okay. So that's coming soon. New maps too. So with the DLC, if you buy the DLC, you gain 2 vehicles by the looks of it. But also, you get 2 new maps with new mechanics, new objects, new vehicles. I've got a feeling they're going to keep adding stuff to this, to be fair. The way it looks, anyway, I think they will. But yeah, that is us done for today. We are out of time. We are back tomorrow morning with more RoadCraft. Now, there is meant to be a Far Cry New Dawn episode this afternoon. I went to edit yesterday and fell asleep, as I do every afternoon. This ridiculous. This narcolepsy is doing my head in. I'm going to try and get it edited this afternoon. If I can, it will still go live this evening. I know I did put on all the episodic content. That may not happen. But I do want it done. I want us to keep the episodic content as what's the word I'm after? Not routine. But it's part of our channel. It's been with our channel a very long time. I don't want to lose the episodic content. I want to stay consistent with it. It's just a battle at the minute. A battle of wills between myself and myself. But yeah, so if I can get that done this afternoon, that'll be live this afternoon as well. We are back tomorrow morning with more RoadCraft. Let us know in the comments what you think. Did you enjoy it? Did you think it's good? Do you think maybe we should do less of it in terms of being our main live stream game? Although we are going to be doing Assassin's Creed Shadows alongside it. And we've got a month to complete it before Death Stranding 2 comes out, which is something else we're going to do on release as well. But let us know what you think. Let us know if you're playing it yourself as well and how you're finding it. Crazy Iceman, pleasure as always. Thank you very much for joining us. Tasco, fantastic to see you. Pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And that's it. I'll just waffle away now if I'm not careful. So, massive thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. We're back tomorrow morning with more RoadCraft. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.